Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time. I apologize, I'm a little bit late, because my internet is not doing a good job. So in case we lost internet again, please just refresh your page and we will be fine, I guess. You know, like, I don't really, like, when I go live, I don't prepare for a topic usually, and I never did actually. Very rarely. I look at the comment, and the comment, they give me a topic. So I look at the comment today, just now actually, before when I set up the topic, and I found a Muslim. His name is Muhammad Manzoor. This is his name, Manzoor. You know what you can do. I mean, he's born this way. So Muhammad Manzoor said, by spreading wrong information, don't know what he is talking. Okay. And then he said, CP should be banned from YouTube. Okay, ban me, you know, we make a new account, what a big deal. People come anyway. And don't spread wrong information about Islam. Like, this guy is really suffering badly. I mean, look, this Christian Prince is bringing a lot of pain. Look how, don't spread wrong information about Islam. Okay, I have an offer for this Abdul and any Abdul. Who is a Abdul willing to call me and show me an information I'm spreading which is not true? Do you remember there's a Abdul, and with the association with other Abduls, they made the videos, and the Muslims, they start talking about it, that they cannot find in my book, Sex and Allah, the introduction, there is a quotation there. They said, we cannot find it. It's not there. It's not there. This guy is a liar. It's not there. And the Muslims start spreading the videos and blah, 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 blah. Then the video came to me, and it took me 2 seconds to find the reference, and I put it in front of their face. Did they even apologize? He's liar. The introduction, the first page in his book, we cannot find this quotation, is not exist. Idiot, they don't even know how to read their books. Took me 2 seconds to show them the reference. So now, you see, instead of making a statement saying he spread wrong information, why you don't call me? You see, and your beard is long. Alhamdulillah. You know, I bought a broom, by the way. You know, those ones, like, they come with the dust collector, the one you collect when you are standing, you know. But if I met you before that day, I will not waste my money. You can do the job. And actually, this is why you're afraid to call me, because you know what will happen to your beard if you call me. Now, who is a Muslim? He have the courage and the knowledge to prove me wrong in anything I said. See, they make videos, they will refute Christian Prince. You know, this is like something you do to your kids around you. You know, fooling each other, lying to each other. It's okay, this is your business. But it doesn't work with us. You have to prove me wrong. Always when I talk, I show reference. I don't know what's wrong with the internet today. Did I lose my connection? I hope not. It's okay. Something fishy. Okay. I know what's wrong. So, as long you have knowledge and you are sure, then let us see who spread wrong information. Then he made, let us see another quote here. Oh, this is a different Muslim. This Muslim, he said, his name is Abdullah Saleh. Okay, Abdullah. Wow, shameful you are for such a blasphemy. You spread and corruption of Islam and use those Muslims who do not know much knowledge, don't have more. Okay, why you don't call me and give me the knowledge? I mean, look at their complaint. All of them, they are complaining about, okay, I'm talking to Muslims who have no knowledge. Well, show me one Muslim have a knowledge. Do you remember Zakir Naik when a Muslim woman, she asked him, why the women, she will not get, you know, virgin. I mean, like the man, he will get virgin. He said to her, Sister, first of all, the Quran promises us the word whore. And the word whore is the plural word, which means it is female and male. So, sister, you are going to get whore too. Alhamdulillah. The Muslim woman, she will get whore. I am the one who spread wrong information. And none of you, there's like 10,000 Muslims sitting in the chair. None of you stood up and says, shame on you, you idiot. The Quran says they did not bleed. Those are female and male. So who is the one who spread wrong information? Just because he defends Islam, you know, whatever he say, even if it's stupid, you agree with it, no problem. Huh? The word whore is male and female? Are you sure, brother? Yes, brother. Yes, he says that, brother. So what this verse here is saying? Huh? What? The word whore is male and female? Are you sure, brother? This is your Zico. And the funny, like, none of you complain about his English, but all of you complain about my English. Actually, this guy is a spitting machine. Not only he spit wrong information, look, he made the whore male and female. So now, you know, in the heaven of Allah, your mother, she will have 70 male, and her, you know, like, I'm not going to give details, but imagine this. According to Zakir Naik, your mother, she will be so busy. Long line. Hey, you cannot pass your, your turn. Stand in the line. This is the Abdul telling about his mom. She's in the bedroom. Abdul, so Zakir Naik, he promised your mother she will be by at least 72 too. Alhamdulillah. And none of you get upset? So wrong information, this is what they say. But what is the wrong information? They will not tell us. And then look what he said. These Muslims who do not have much knowledge, why don't you go to Uthman at Balboa Park? Because you realize we offer this Uthman to call me, and we, every video he make, we can make 100 laugh about it. Actually, isn't it this guy who made a copyright claim so I can take the video, respond to him down? Potato. By the way, we are going to have some fun with him soon. I saw some videos of him with David Wood, so he cannot flag them because I will use David Wood videos, and we will die laughing. Who is the one who is running from debate? It's you, Muslims. Why I need to go to Balboa Park? Since when I go to Balboa Park? May Allah Balboa you. A person who can debate me, he can debate me anywhere. Balboa, no Balboa, he is hiding behind the burqa. The excuse, he will debate me only face to face. Everybody knows that this is an excuse, so he don't meet me and don't talk to me. I go nowhere to debate Muslims. Since when? All the work I do, I do seminars, not online, yeah, but I don't go to debate Muslims. Why I want to do that? What for? Here we go. I just opened my live broadcast. We have 800 now, just 5 minutes after we started. Which part can get me an 800 listen live? And here we can show the reference, and nobody can lie about it. No need to scream, no need to shout. Let your Balboa call me if he dare. He's a potato. All of you do the same excuse. When the tit boy, Mimi Hijab, he said to the Muslim he would debate me, what he did, the coward, he started playing videos. Did you say that? Hang up on me. And he started cursing me and saying bad words. He did not dare to debate me. Who is all of you? What his name? I don't want to share his name. I will fly all the way to America to debate you. All the way to America to debate you. You do not need to fly, potato. If you are a man, give me your Skype. I will call you right now. All of them, they have the same excuse. Zakir Naik, he said, he need me to bring 2,000 people with me and fly all the way to Bangladesh. He was in Bangladesh, supposedly. 2,000 people? He said, if you can bring with you 2,000 people, this is in Facebook. I don't know if the guy is talking is Zakir Naik or this is one of his boys. You know, those boys from heaven, you know, the servants. All of them, they have the same excuse. But if I am a different person, all of them, they will call me. Have you ever seen a Muslim saying to David Wood, I will not debate you unless it's face to face? No. They do, you know, or apostate prophet, or just because they knew they can, you know, they can get away with things there. Not with me. So those excuses you do, they are laughable and we laugh at you. Then, because you know your lies will be exposed, you can expose me by calling me. And what about you call your Balbula Park boy and tell him, I will, you know, I will be the moderator between you and Christian Prince. I will make you the moderator. What do you think? You put him on the line with me and you are the moderator. And let us see who is going to expose who for lies. Let us continue. Crying kids. Yeah, it's a comedy time. Okay. Now this is a Muslim. He's answering other Christians, supposedly. A Christian, he said to him, Christian Prince, you have degrees. He said, what degrees? I'm embarrassed of him spreading lies about Islam. He's spreading corruption and earning nothing but worth of God Almighty. May Allah guide you all. You see, just to show you the corruption you are spreading yourself, you just said, may Allah guide you all. Isn't it the Quran says Allah guide not the Christians? You stupid. Isn't it Allah who said in the Quran that He is the one who deceived us? Isn't it the Quran says that He is the one who sealed our eyes and our heart? Let us go to the book, the Yellow Pages of Muhammad. In the Yellow Pages of Muhammad, it says the following. Why somebody don't believe in Allah? The answer is in the Quran. Allah don't want you to believe in Him. Read carefully and love. Allah has set a seal on their heart and on their hearing, and their eyes is veil. Like what? Read the verse before it so you can laugh more. And those who reject the faith is the same to them whether they warn them or not. Okay, why? It's the same. Why? They will not believe. Okay, why? Because Allah, He set a veil on them. Have you ever heard? So who is the bad here? I mean, have you ever heard of a stupid religion more than this? Hey, Muhammad. Muhammad, he's trying to explain why people don't believe in him. I mean, come on, he is a child molester. So he have a qualification to be a prophet. A Muslim prophet. He go to the house of his own son and he flirt with the wife. So he's perfectly prophet. He kidnap women from their husband and he raped them. So he's qualified to be a prophet. He take the best of the booty, like the biggest TV for him. He's qualified to be a prophet. He's the person who order women to give their boobs to adults. So the husband will not be jealous no more. Perfect. I mean, this is the perfect way to stop men from being jealous. So if I work as a driver for somebody in Saudi Arabia, and the husband is jealous, the wife, she will say to me, let us practice the sunnah of the Prophet of Allah. And you know, when the Muslims, they start practicing the sunnah of the Prophet of Allah, Sunni themselves, they start calling each other names. And, you know, they don't accept it. Do you remember the tit boy? Who remember the tit boy? You know the tit boy, right? Tit boy, he is the one who said to me, Christian Prince, Christian sexual predator. Why? Because I was quoting his prophet saying, give your boobs to a stranger, suckle me. Suckle me. He go around and he say the same. Making fun of his prophet quotation. Okay, can I suck your wife tit to make her haram? This is the tit boy speaking to a sheikh. A sheikh. Because the sheikh, he said, this is what the Prophet said. Mimi Hijab is making fun of what the Prophet said, and he is asking the sheikh to suck his wife's tits. Am I spreading wrong information? Is it true that Allah, he gave Muhammad verses in the Quran that a woman, she have to give her boobs to be sucked 10 times by adult? Is that true? Or I'm making things up? And look, the answer, Mimi Hijab will give you the answer. He says, why it's wrong? He believes it's halal. So Mimi Hijab is against the teaching of Allah. This is why we laugh at you all of you don't dare to debate me. Because the second you made fun of this, you made fun of the Quran, because this is in the Quran. If we go in the Quran, we will find this. Or in the Hadith first. We will find that it's confirmed that Allah, he sent the breastfeeding for adult 10 times in the Quran. The verse of stoning and breastfeeding for adult 10 times was revealed. You see, it's a verse. Well, not verse, verses. The verses of stoning and breastfeeding adult 10 times was revealed. Revealed by who? Who is the one who gave Muslims the guidance that you should give your wife an order to give her boobs to the neighbor so you will not be jealous? Too bad I don't live in a Muslim neighborhood. Otherwise I will spend my day drinking milk. And by the way, this women, she don't even have milk. I mean, do you think women, they having breast, they have a faucet full of milk all the time? Women, they have milk when they have a baby. They don't have milk there. So he was sucking what exactly? What you want sucking? And what kind of God he go to his bedroom? Ah, okay. So now the guy, he have a slave in his house, and this is slave, you know, he's jealous because the slave stay with his wife alone. Ah, I have to find a way which the man will not be jealous no more. Okay, tell your wife to give her nipples to the man 10 times. Look at this decency. You cannot shake hands with Muslim women, but you can suck their nipples 10 times. And you will say to me now, I'm spreading fake information, fake news. Hey Muslims, is that what your website saying? And this is your prophet wife saying? This is Aisha speaking. It's narrated that Aisha said, who? Aisha. Who is Aisha? By the way, Aisha, she was a Hindu. And she's paid for by the Jews to say this, obviously. And here we ask ourselves, what kind of religion, what we are talking about here? Are we talking really about religion? This guy is a crazy man, Muhammad, obviously. He's making fun of people. Who in the world will believe that there's a God who sent an order to his prophet, revealing verses for him? And the verses to teach the followers that a woman, she have to give her breast in 10 different days, in 10 different times, to suckle them until he is satisfied. You don't just put your mouth there for a second. You have to stop only when you are done. Is that a wrong information? Any Muslim would like to say anything? Yeah, do you think Aisha is spreading for fake news? And here, not to forget to mention that those verses are gone by what is the excuse? The goat ate it. I mean, who in the world want to believe in such an excuse? Don't the Muslims, they say that we memorize the Quran by heart? Who is a Muslim want to recite for us the 10 times breastfeeding for adult? As long as the Quran preserved, correct? Not brother, not a single word brother is gone, brother. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. The book of As-Suyuti says that, as an example, the chapter of Al-Ahzab used to be equal to the chapter of Al-Baqarah, which means there's more than 100 verses are missing in one chapter alone, or 110 verses. Any Abdul? Who is willing to recite for us the chapter of a breastfeeding for adult? And how in the world the goat ate it and now you Muslim don't have it? Okay, the goat ate the paper. But did the goat eat the memory of Aisha, the memory of Umar ibn Khattab? I mean, it looked like this goat ate everything. This goat was going from a house to a house. She ate the memory card, the memory flash drive, the paper. She ate anything, this goat. To the point not a single Muslim remember the verse. Who would believe in this garbage? Okay, the goat ate the paper. We got it. Not a single Muslim remember the verse. Anyone? Any Muslim remember the verse? So we find here that Islam is not anti-goat resistance, like there's phones like they say water resistance, dust resistance, theft resistance, whatever. Islam is the word of Allah is the goat ticket. Yeah, that's it. Where we can find the verses now, the goat ate them. Where is the goat? She's dead. Allah knows best. So who is the one who spread wrong information saying that your God is a decent God, he don't teach bad things? Is ordering women to give their boobs to a stranger is bad or good? Where is the God who ordered women to wear burqa and decency supposedly? So he ordered them to wear burqa, but then at the same time he told them you can do muta. And who is the one who spread wrong information saying that the Quran is preserved? When right now we have many Quran. And not only that, even your prophet Mumu, he said that Allah, he gave him 7 Quran. What? Yes, brother. Do you see it? And you see the funny here, that Muhammad is negotiating with Allah. Allah, he sent him one Quran. Muhammad says, no, I don't accept one Quran, okay? Because my people are slow. Read it. It says there, letter by letter. I'm not the one who's saying that. The Prophet was present at the pole. He go to the pole. What pole, man? I thought bikini is haram. Okay. Of Bani Ghaffar, Jibreel came to him. Jibreel came to him when he was in the pool. I hate it when the angel come to me when I'm in the pool. I mean, come on, I'm all day long not busy, and now I'm having fun in the pool, and now you are coming to me. Hey, Kerry, if you spam the text again like this, I will block you. Anyone will spam the text like this, you are a Christian or not, we will block you. Don't act foolish. Watch my video is debunked, and Fifi respond, you are liar. Why you don't call me and debunk me right now in here? Muhammad Qasim. Guys, there's a guy in the chat, his name is Muhammad Qasim. He make video to debunk me. Can you call me right now and debunk me live? What do you think, people? I have an invitation for you to debunk me live on air. Are you there, Muhammad Qasim, or you are a person who can debunk me when you are alone in your bedroom in front of your wife, and your wife, she is doing breastfeeding for adult? Muhammad Qasim, you and the one you mentioned, why you don't call me? Obviously, you're no match, you're afraid. I will call you, give me your Skype right now, I will call you. You see, I'm not using Skype, but I will do an exception just for you. I will call you in Skype. I did not open Skype for like maybe 4 months. You overtalk to me, no problem. It's a conversation. Or you guys, you overtalk. Isn't it like equal opportunity? You overtalk to me. Go ahead. You know what? Forget about overtalk. I promise you. I will give you 3 minutes to talk, and I will not overtalk you. And 2 minutes for me. I did not overtalk me. What do you think? 3 minutes for you, 2 minutes for me. Do you accept, Muhammad Qasim? Promise in front of everybody. Do you accept? I'm making a promise publicly. Are you willing to do it? To debunk me? 3 minutes for you, 2 minutes for me. And I will not talk at all. Actually, I will mute my microphone. Are you calling a friend, Muhammad Qasim? Oh, let me download the Skype. He is downloading Skype now. Okay. Let me know when you are ready, my friend. So guys, invite your friends. We have Sheikh Muhammad Qasim. He is going to debunk me. And you will be witnessing a life disaster. How a Christian prince was debunked. With no mercy. I'm waiting for you. You do not need 15 minutes to download Skype, my friend. It takes 2 seconds. Let me know when you are ready. 15 minutes to download Skype. In 15 minutes, I can go to Home Depot. I can buy poison for rats. And I can bring it to the Jewish woman who was cooking a goat for your prophet. Brother, how Allah, He will allow somebody to kill his prophet, brother? Okay, so they cannot kill Jesus, brother, because Allah will not allow that, brother. Okay, that's wonderful. So how your prophet, he died by poison, which is bought cheap, you know, it's not even $4 from the Home Depot. You see, the hadith here is corrupting stuff. It says there in the original hadith that the woman, she went to Home Depot and she bought the poison from there. A Muslim now will make a video about it. He will say Christian Prince is lying. At that time there was no Home Depot. We got him busted. We got him busted. No, brother. In the original hadith, brother, it says that the women, the Jewish women, otherwise where she will get the poison? You tell me. Where she get the poison from? So Allah will not allow the Jews to kill his prophet. Okay, who is we are talking about? Isa. No, no problem. How the Jews, they killed your prophet? Slowly. Guys, do you think Qasim will really go to Skype to contact me? You see, I made an exception. I'm not using Skype no more. But just for him. Are you there, Muhammad Qasim, or you think we are going to forget about you? I think Muhammad Qasim is going to go. He will say right now, I have to go to Home Depot. Just wait. You are waiting for nothing. He will never come. He will never dare to speak to me. And he is now busy. You know, he just remembered that his wife, she asked him to go and buy some nail glue. And why you need nail glue? I'm going to nail you with it. Are you there, Muhammad Qasim? All this time is to download the Skype? Are you sure you are downloading Skype, or you are not cooking? I think you are cooking Skype. I think you are making a new Skype. I never saw somebody taking 10 hours to download the Skype. It's taking you so long, brother. Yeah, but you know, Paltalk for a Muslim like this guy is big. Paltalk. It's not like Paltalk for us. It's very big. So when the Muslims, they say we are giving wrong information, the Saudi trying to get rid of the hadith, good luck. It's all over the internet. You cannot get it. That's it. Too late, you know. This is something they should do, like, you know, maybe 200 years ago. Even if they try 200 years. You see, the hadith we have now is after they get rid of more than maybe 95% of it is trashed already. Even Ibn Ishaq, he said that there is many, supposedly in their books they're saying, that many hadith is not suitable to be written, we took it off. So already this is after filtering. This is after the filtration. Muhammad Qasim, are you there? Okay, Muhammad Qasim, he took a vacation, I think. Let me make a prediction. Muhammad Qasim, he will not be able to call me because his wife, she told him you cannot go live on air unless you wash the dishes first. And you can imagine how many dishes there. Anyway, anyone would like to call me, if you are a Muslim, you think you can really refute me, feel free. I will give you even time more than me to talk. But if you are a Muslim, by the way, who says I don't accept the tafsir, I don't accept the hadith, and you start giving me your own meaning for the Quran, then we don't need to talk. You are a winner already. You won, you know, that's it. I'm talking to Muslims who believe in Islam. Muslims who believe in Islam is those who believe in the Quran, they believe in the hadith, they believe in the books of tafsir made by the scholars, not by our scholars. So I'm not asking you to believe in a book written by me. And by the way, my book in Russian, Quran and Science in Russian, is going to be published very soon. Actually, I was planning to publish it today, but then a friend said, let me read it first to see if there's any mistakes in the Russian grammar. And then after we check and if there's any correction to be done, then we will publish it for free again. So now we will have 2 books in Russian for free. Okay, forget about Muhammad Qasim. Obviously, he's gone with the wind. So let us go to the second comment, or third comment, or fourth comment, whatever it is. Abdullah Saleh said, answering the person his name practiced dream. Oh, so you believe in one God is and his messenger, and worshipping God Almighty alone is evil? That's deep. You know, here how the Muslim, he can get you busted. Look, how you can say that this is evil if you believe in one God. Hey, Abdul, who cares if you believe in 1 or 10? If your one is evil. Here is the challenge. Is the God of Islam is an evil God or not? So, okay, now supposedly, you see the Muslim, when you say we believe in one God, supposedly he made victory by saying that one God. First of all, the Quran says, if Allah want to take a partner, he will take it from ourselves. So how Allah is one, yet he want to take a partner from us? Us who? You see, either your God is one, or your God is many. Is he one or many? If he is one, then he will not say, if we want to take a partner, talking about taking a wife, we will take it from us. Us who? So the first thing a Muslim, he come to you, we worship one God. As like it's like a Discovery Channel, like, wow, one. Who cares if it's one God or not? The question is your God is true God or not? Your God, he said to Muhammad, read it 3 times, still Muhammad cannot read. If he is a true God, even Muhammad a donkey, he will read in all languages. If my God now, he speak to me, he says, speak in Hebrew. Okay, I do not know Hebrew. I was, but right away I start shalom, start talking Hebrew. The disciple of Jesus, according to your books, that when Jesus told them to go and teach and preach, they told him how we are going to teach different nations. Jesus told them, don't worry. They woke up in the morning, every one of them speak different language. This is your books. So the true God of Christianity, he can make people speak in tongues and languages. Your God could not. Your God, even Muhammad, he says that even in Arabic, my people cannot understand your book. Even the Arab, who Muhammad is speaking to them in their language. In their language, not in different language. They cannot understand the Quran and they cannot do it. Read carefully. Jibril come to him and said, Allah has commanded you to make your community read the Quran in one harf. Harf supposedly like a dialect, like one language of the Arabic supposedly. He, the Prophet, says, I beg Allah, pardon, please, forgiveness. My community has not the strength to do so. Look, what happened? They can't read the Arabic. Your community cannot read the Arabic. Man. At one point in the Bible, it says the man fall and gusted his organ. Okay, let me show you this, Abdul. You see, this is because the stupid you who repeat and copy and paste. It's the same statement, you idiot. A person who was hanged, after his body decay, he fell down and his body demolished. The answer. See how easy it is? The Bible says, one verse says he was hanged, the other verse says his organ came out. His organ came out, if you like. If I show you right now from your prophet story, it says, قَدْ رَبَى بَطْنَهُ. Your prophet, when he died, they did not bury him for 3 days. So his belly became so big, full of fart and gas. And if you leave it this way, the belly will burst. This is normal for a dead body, decay. This is what happened here, you idiot. So he was hanged and nobody take him down until his body decay and his belly burst. So one verse says this and one verse says that. We got you busted, Abdul. You are talking to Christian Prince. The question is now, as long you mention this, what kind of a prophet he say that our Allah, he promised us that the body of the prophet will not be decay. And then the Muslim did not bury him for 3 days. And then after that, Muhammad belly became so full of fart. Who want to debate me about it and challenge me to show the reference? Muhammad, he said, oh, pray on me. Invoke prayer on me. Not, you see, not a blessing, this is a lie here. They said to him, Prophet of Allah, how we are going to do that and how our prayer will go to you if your body will be decaying? He says, Allah has forbidden the earth from consuming the body of the Prophet. Because of this statement, when the Muhammad, he died, the Muslim, they did not bury the full Muhammad for 3 days. And then what happened? The hadith says, قَدْ رَبَى بَطْنَهُ. His stomach became so big. Is that correct, Muslims? I was drinking coffee and some of the coffee went in my, you know, the wrong direction. Don't talk and drink at the same time. Not healthy. So Abdul, is true? Let us open the graveyard of Muhammad and see if his body decay or not. It will take 2 seconds to prove if Muhammad is true prophet or not. Because if his body in the grave until now never decay, that's when Muhammad was telling the truth. But we do not need to wait for 1400 years. This is why when Muhammad died, tens of thousands of Muslims left Islam right away. Because they noticed that Muhammad is a liar. Here we go. He promised that his body will not decay. But his body did decay. They did not bury him for 3 days. Any Abdul? Christian Prince got COVID? Look at the Muslims going crazy. Look at this guy saying CP gay, CP gay, CP gay. What's wrong with you, Abdul? Come on, take it easy, take it easy. Okay, I will put it for you in the screen. Are you happy now? Are you happy? Okay, here we go. I put it for you in the screen. Now, as long as you mention this topic, is it true that the Muslims, they came to the caliphate and they ask him that they have a scholar, a sheikh, praying in front of them, and he is homosexual, and he is tempting them. He's what? Tempting them. How he is tempting them? Hey Muslims, how a Muslim imam he tempt you when he pray? He bend over? Any Muslim can tell me what's going on? Huh? Here we go. Yeah, see, when they talk about gays and homosexual, this religion, if you have my book, Sex and Allah, you would die laughing. I went to Uthman, his name is Uthman, Ibn Affan, while he was besigned, which means he became the caliphate, and said to him, you are the chief of the Muslims in general, and you see what happened, fell into you, like what fell into you? Look, it's big problems. We are led in the salat, in the prayer, okay, by a leader of al-fitna. Fitna, this is a big word. Fitna, what mean? Trial and affliction, etc. What he do? And we are afraid or being sinful following him. Like, what? Uthman, he said, salat, the prayer, is the best of deeds. So when people do good deed, do the same. And then the guy, he says, yeah, okay. So do the same with them. You know, like do the good deed and avoid the bad deed. So Az-Zuhri, he said, in our opinion, one should not offer salat behind a feminine person unless there is no alternative. So look at this guy. He is saying that we Muslims, we are getting tempted by a feminine imam. By what? A feminine imam. How he tempt you unless you are a gay yourself? We have Muhammad Manzoor here. How are you, Muhammad Manzoor? Hey, Muhammad Manzoor. If you are praying behind a homosexual imam, how you are being tempted? How those Muslims are being tempted by a homosexual imam? Who caliphate, he see no problem with him. Can you tell me? Instead of focusing in my face, I see that you Muslims, when you pray, you don't focus on the face. Obviously, the guy is bending over and you are focusing in something else. How you are tempted by a man, he is bending over in front of you, unless you are a gay too. So look at those hypocrites. They went to the caliphate saying to him, oh, the imam is a gay. And we are being tempted. Okay, how you will be tempted unless you are a gay yourself? And as long as we are talking about this, there's a Muslim, he says, oh, in the book of Genesis, chapter 24, it says that the servant he held under the thigh of Abraham to take an oath, he was begging for mercy, I did not do it. Or he, he is taking, I'm not guilty, please forgive me, please. He hold his leg. Somebody will say to you, oh, it meant he hold his testicles. Does the verse there says testicles? It says under his thigh. So he's holding his leg, begging for mercy. So what about your prophet kissing men and hugging them, and they are kissing him down his belly? Is that true or fabrication? Hey Manzoor, who is the one who spread wrong information? I want you to tell me if this story is true or not. Your prophet, he left his t-shirt. The guy, he complained to Muhammad. He says, you are doing this to me and I am now wearing no t-shirt, but you are wearing a t-shirt. So the prophet, he pulled up his t-shirt. So now he's topless. Muhammad in the beach. And the man, he starts, supposedly, some translation, like the translator, he tried to make it look like the man is kissing the prophet. Not the prophet kissing the man, but it doesn't make a difference anyway. So he said to him, you are wearing a shirt, but I'm not. The Prophet, then he raised his shirt, and the man embraced him. Look, he cannot embrace him with shirt on. He cannot. And then he began to kiss his side. Which side is that? It says, kashhahu. The kashah is down the belly. A man is kissing you there. Why? You are an infant? Like, you know, some, you know, like people, they like, they put their mouth in the belly of that kid. He starts laughing, blah, 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 you know. Okay, we can say this is like a kid, but this is your Prophet. He's a man. Why a man kissing him there and he is wearing nothing? Is that a tradition? Are you going to say I'm spreading wrong information? No, it says here Sahih in chain, Sahih al-Isnad. See? So everything those Muhammadan they throw at you, it is what they have, not what we have. What happened to Muhammad Qasim, guys? Did he this guy he took the wrong highway? What happened to this guy? He said he want to download, you know, and he will talk to me. Okay, let us go and see more comments. Okay, so believing in one God is evil? Yes, it's evil, because your God is the devil, and we can prove it. What kind of God he order women to give their boobs to strangers? What kind of God he order men to have sex with the children? Right? Muhammad Yusuf, if you want to call me, you can call me in Paltalk. Skype, it was only one offer deal for a guy, his name is Mansour. You want to call me in Paltalk? Let me open Paltalk for you. I don't use really Paltalk, but this guy, you know, he keep making excuse, so we said to him, okay, we go to Paltalk, to, sorry, in Skype. So, I will open Paltalk. If there is any Muslim, he would like to call me. All right. Try to use your computer, please. Oh, okay. Kim Jong, a Muslim, he is trying to guide me. Next. Who is a Muslim would like to call me? I am in Paltalk, waiting for your call. Muhammad Yusuf, text me and I will call you. So is worshipping one God alone is evil? Yes, it is evil, because the God you're worshipping is Satan. You know, it's not about somebody you call him God that will make it evil or not. It's about what does God teach. What does God teach? Evil. I challenge you to show me one good thing the God of Islam teaches not evil. Who can teach me? There's a few things Muhammad he copied from the Old Testament, but those are not, they don't belong to you. This is a theft. Show me something Muhammad he come with. It is his own. Right? Any Muslim? Okay, you are going to prove Islam. What are you waiting for, my friend? Why you don't text me? Until now I'm waiting for you. Guys, we have a guy, his name is Muhammad Yusuf. He is going to prove Islam for us. That's wonderful. I cannot wait. Waiting for you, my friend. You see, and I'm calling you my friend. I will speak to you nicely. Don't use somebody names. So do we have any Muslim would like to call us or to prove us how Allah is the one God? Even the Quran is against what you are saying. The Quran says Allah, if you want to take a partner, He will take it from us. If Allah is one, there's no us. Especially He's talking about a partner. You will humiliate me? No problem, I'm waiting. Don't, you know, let me block you in the chat. I'm waiting for you. Stop texting here. Obviously, you are a kid. Either you call me or take a hike. Look like you are just attention seeker. But you will never call me. So stop texting in the chat. Otherwise, I will block you in the chat because I'm waiting for you to call me. Text me in Paltalk. My Paltalk is open. Otherwise, you will be blocked for deceiving us that you will call me. Muhammad Ismail saying he will humiliate you if you call Muhammad Qasim. Look, Muhammad is talking to Muhammad, giving advice. So now we have two Muhammad advising each other. Look at this, look at this. The corporation. Muhammad Ismail saying to Muhammad Qasim, or Muhammad, whatever his name, he will humiliate you if you call Muhammad Yusuf. He has no interest in truth. Like, what? So you are asking him not to call, right? And how you will be humiliated if you can prove me wrong? So you know that you are no match. This is why you are trying to tell this guy, don't call. You don't know what's going to happen to you. We cannot defend Islam, brother. This is the truth. Nobody can defend Islam. That's the truth. Hey, Muhammad Yusuf, don't call. He will humiliate you. So if you are a Muslim who have knowledge of Islam and you call a Christian prince, you will be humiliated. Why? Because you will find that you have no knowledge. You're an idiot. Very simple. Okay, Muhammad Yusuf, he texts me. Let us hope that is going to work. Let me call him. All right. We are calling Muhammad Yusuf. Hold on. Yes, Mr. Muhammad, how are you? Wa alaykum assalam. You said to me, assalamu alaikum? Yeah, but is it wrong to say assalamu alaikum to someone who is a Christian? This is the same kid. You remember him? This is Chipet kid. Get out of here. He's not even a Muslim. Who is a real Muslim when I call us? No, this is not a Muslim. This is just a kid. He liked to call and, you know, annoying person. Just a stupid kid. Any Muslim? It's okay. You cannot hear. This is not even a Muslim. This is the guy he called us many times. He's just a kid. Take it easy. Take it easy. You could not hear. You did not miss anything. And any Muslim would like to call us? Anyone? No, maybe they are saying they could not hear the guy. I don't know why. You should be able to hear him normally. So, any Muslim who is a Muslim is willing to call us. The only one who calls us is not even a Muslim. He's just a mental ill person who needs attention. Anyone? Well, my Paltalk is open. Text me and I will call you. So, you know, when they speak about Islam as a religion, anything we study about this cult, we will find that there is nothing right about it. Like when Muhammad here, he said that your prayer will be submitted to me. Isn't it this is blasphemy against God? Who are you? You are just a man. And how a prayer of all those Muslims will be sent to Muhammad? In order for Muhammad to review all those prayers, first you have to be alive, not dead. Because your body decay or not, does that mean you are alive? How the prayer will be submitted to you? And I thought the prayer would be submitted to God. We found that the Muslims, they believe that their prayer is not going to Allah, it's going to Muhammad. He is their God. Debate fulfillmental theist. Okay, just debate. Okay, text me. Don't flood the text, my friend. Stupid. Don't flood the text. I'll block you. There we go, I blocked you. Don't tell me debate this guy and debate this guy. My Paltalk is open, text me, and I will call you. Stop being stupid. I don't go after people to debate them. You have somebody to debate me? Let him text me, or text me and I will call you right away. Live on air. So don't come like a kid and jump over my lap. Says debate this guy, please debate this guy. Don't do that. Don't be stupid. Anyone want to debate me? My Paltalk is open. I do not need to know your name. You are a big sheikh, you are a small sheikh. Who care? All of you are shaky for me. Anyone? So how the prayer of the Muslim will be submitted to Muhammad unless he is claiming to be God? And actually he changed his name to the praised one, so he will be the praised one. He will be God. So now Muslims are praying for him, and the prayer is submitted to Muhammad, not to Allah. But Muhammad supposed he is dead. No, he is not, brother. That's what Muhammad is claiming. And by saying such a statement, he claimed that he is God, because the prayer should be submitted only to God, not to a man. Don't the Muslims, they say, we pray only to Allah? Don't they say that? Well, read with me. Their prayer is on Muhammad, and it is submitted to Muhammad. Where is Allah? I interrupt. Well, you can interrupt me. It's an open conversation. Guys, I interrupt. You interrupt me too. Who's holding you? That's a false excuse. You see the debate, they do like 5 minutes for this guy, 5 minutes for this guy. It's a stupid debate, because simply the guy, he go say tons of lies, and none of them actually is debating, because nobody is listening to the other person. They are reading papers they collected reference 2 weeks before the debate. Here we have a real debate. Interrupt me. Whatever goes for me goes for you. Whatever goes for you goes for me. It's a debate. A real debate should not be you talk 5 minutes, I talk 5. That's not a debate. That is a theater. Do we have any Muslim? Have the courage and the knowledge. Interrupt me. Prove you wrong. Stop crying and complaining. And look at you. You cannot even answer the question we are asking in the chat. Okay, forget about calling me. You don't dare to call me. What about you tell me how your prayer will be submitted to Muhammad? Very simple question. Shouldn't your prayer go to Allah? Who is the God? Who is the God of Islam? When you pray, your prayer goes to who? How Muhammad is just a servant of Allah and he is a slave of Allah, and then your prayer doesn't go to Allah, it goes to Muhammad. Anyone? Maybe we need to change the the chat speed. Maybe it's too fast. Okay, let us make it in slow mode. We will make it every 30 seconds. So to make it easier for the admin to watch the chat. Any Muslim? I have got an echo. Oh, okay. Well, sometime I debate from the bathroom. Once I was debating two sheikhs. One, his name is Dr. Nabil Baikli, and the other one, his name is Imam Malik Sar. If you listen to the debate, you might hear water running. I wasn't in the bathroom really. I was washing dishes. At that time I have like a Bluetooth microphone, and they are just two kids. I mean, they are sheikhs, yes, head of Islamic Center, yes, but all of them, they have no idea what to say. And after we finished the debate, the radio host, he said to them, can we schedule a debate for this coming week? They said no. So do we have any Muslim sheikh? Anyone? Yeah, actually, I wanted to buy those Bluetooth because it allowed me to go around when I'm staying for long. But they are very expensive. I don't know why they get so expensive. They were expensive at that time, but now they are way more expensive. So I was washing dishes, dealing with those two Abdul, and like if you watch it, like the guy, I said to him, Allah, so how Allah have a leg? He says, okay, Allah have a leg, but is his leg of Allah is like yours? Who care? Supposedly now he's getting me busted. Is the leg of Allah is like yours? I hope you are still live when my friend come over. When your friend come over, let me know. Anyone? Actually, there's a benefit for you if you are a Muslim, if you call me, because you can download the video, you can post it in your channel, and people will say, my debate with the Christian Prince, what do you want more? Muslim will subscribe to you like crazy. Even though they will be dying laughing at you, who care? Still Muslim will support. Anyone? Debate Imam Murrah? No problem, we can debate Imam Murrah, his sister, his mother, and even his breastfeeding for adult. And you don't forget to submit your prayer to the Prophet. This religion, I mean, those Christians, they say lies about it. All right? So the Prophet, his body will not decay. And the Christians, they put in the Muslim books that the Prophet's stomach was full of fart and he stink. Yes, brother, those Christians, they put those things in the Muslim books. Christians, they put it there, and the Jews, they put it there. Oh, okay. I see. Any Muhammadan? Anyone? Hello? Why the prayer of Muslims will be submitted to Allah, Prophet, not to Allah? Muhammad Qasim, you are online? You are in Skype now? See how nice I am to you? I did not open Skype for a century. I will open it just for you. Hold on, let me go out of Paltalk then and open Skype just for Muhammad Qasim. All this time took Muhammad Qasim to download Skype. Okay. I think I did not open Skype for more than 5 or 6 months. Okay. I can't even remember my Skype account. what it was? What is my ID in Skype account? Hold on. Okay. Well, even if it's ultimate fart, it's okay. We will have fun. It's good to have him, so we can laugh. The prayer is not the same as a blessing. No, it says your prayer, you know, salatakum. Same time, your blessing will be sent to me. You're dead. Let's see. All right, we are in Skype now. All right, my friend, text me. I am in Skype. Man, I have tons of text in this Skype. Endless. Incoming call. Hello? Ultimate? Hi, Ultimate Fart. How are you, Ultimate Fart? Hold on. People don't hear you, Ultimate. Just wait. Don't talk. Let us fix it. Let's see. Just wait. Just wait. Okay, talk now.
Yeah, I'm right here.
All right, guys, we have with us Mr. Ultimate Fort. How are you, Ultimate?
Daddy. You gotta say daddy.
Oh, okay. You are daddy. Daddy to who?
I'm your daddy. Why you be running your way?
Oh, okay. Listen, Abdul. I have no time for kids talk. What do you want to say?
What I want to say is simple. If I say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah.
Okay, what does that mean?
In Trinity.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
You see, you chickening.
We are talking. You mentioned something. I want to know, what does that mean? You said you witness to Allah and there's no God but Him, and Muhammad is what?
Hold on. I didn't say Muhammad. I didn't say anything. Listen.
What you say? Say again.
Let me speak. I believe in Islam. I believe in Allah as God.
Okay.
I have no
who is Allah?
Children.
Who is Allah? Who is Allah?
Something else. Listen. Let me speak.
Who is Allah? We are having a conversation. Okay, you said I believe in Allah as God. Who is Allah? Who is Allah? Who is Allah?
No. You run in. Give me 2 minutes. Speak, and then you speak. Let me.
No. Listen. I will give you 10 minutes. You said believe in Allah. Shouldn't I know who's Allah? Are you avoiding the answer that you do not know who's Allah? Are you saying I do not know who's Allah? So why it is a problem? Why it's a problem for you to tell me who is Allah? Just tell me and we continue. Who's Allah?
Allah is God.
Okay.
The one and only God.
Okay. Who is Allah? I did not ask you what He do. Who is Allah? I did not ask you if He is God or not. I said who is Allah? Who is Allah?
I said, who is Allah? I said, Allah is the one and only God. Allah is.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so Allah is God. This is not the question. Who is Allah?
So, because you don't understand English. If you say, who is God? Or who is Allah? I said, Allah is. So I'm answering.
Okay.
Who is? I said,
okay.
Who is?
So how? Okay, you are an expert in Arabic, as I know. And you are genius.
Listen,
so as long Allah is God, so how come His name changed in verse number 2 in the Quran? If Allah is God, who is La? Who is La? Yeah, you can speak. I'm not talking. Who is La? In verse number 2. In verse number 2, the name of your the God name changed, became La. Who is La? Who is La?
Yeah, they know La. Al Ilah.
Al Ilah.
Allah is the only Ilah.
Oh, so, okay, but this is not the question. It says Alhamdulillah. La, who is La?
Alhamdulillah. It's like in Li Allah. Lillah.
Okay. No, it doesn't say Alhamdulillah Allah, because you cannot say that, you know. It says, are you correcting are you changing the Quran? The Quran says Alhamdulillah. Lillah. Who is La?
No, La.
Okay.
Lillah.
Where it says Lillah, where it says that, show me. Here we go, read the verse.
Li, if you say Al-Ilah, or like
Abdul, you said Alhamdulillah. Where it says Lillah, where? Show me.
Li Allah.
Where it says where it says Li Allah, show me.
It's got in every language.
No, here. The verse in front of us, Ultimate. You see, the reason I accept you to call me, because you need comedy. Now, you are the one who mentioned that you know, right? Okay. I'm asking you, can you please show me the word? Here we go. The word in front of us, it says Alhamdulillah. Where is Allah? Don't call me bro. You are a potato. Hey, are you sleeping naked in your bed as you do in your videos? Now answer me. Where is Lillah? You said Alhamdulillah Allah. Where it says that? Show me. Listen, either you show me or you are going to just to talk to yourself.
You want to debate the Quran alone?
Okay.
What's the problem?
This is Quran alone. I did not mention to you Hadith anything.
You got one book, it's called the Bible.
Listen, don't change topic. You said, I asked you, who is Allah? You said he is the God. Okay, now we have a new God. In the second verse, it says, Alhamdulillah. Who is La? Who is La?
I said, who are you to say that you don't debate the Quran alone, people? Because that's the only thing you got is the Hadith, right?
Well,
because the Quran, you can do nothing about the Quran.
Okay.
If I'm a Muslim,
why you are changing the topic? Why you are changing the topic? We did not mention any. We did not mention any hadith now. Don't change the topic. Abdul, you are a potato. Here we go. So you are in the corner. Now you want to change the topic. Where is li Allah? Where it says in the verse Alhamdulillah Allah? Abdul, stop changing the topic.
I started speaking. You cut me off. I was gonna ask you.
I don't want to cut you off. Okay, you said Alhamdulillah Allah. Where is Allah?
Alhamdulillah.
Lillah. Okay, let us type it in the screen, me and you together. Hold on. Let us type it in. Hold on. Let us type it in the screen so everybody can see what you just said. Alhamdulillah. Here we go. Li. All right.
Allah.
Lah. Lah.
Alhamdulillah. Like al-ilah. Go to chapter.
Don't add things is not in the verse. Is it in the verse or not? Give me what the verse saying. Give me what the verse saying. What the verse saying? What the verse saying? Does it say Alhamdulillah Allah or Alhamdulillah?
Now, can you shut up and let me explain that?
You don't need to explain. Just tell me first. Does it say Lillah or no?
Now, can I explain though?
Okay, can you show me the Alif? What is the L?
Can I explain?
Where? Show me. Here we go. Where it says L. Here we go. Here.
Let me explain.
Everybody, don't explain, you idiot, you donkey. What to explain? It's in the front of us. Here, the L is in the front of us. Allah. You see, there's Alif. Here, there's no Alif. Alhamdulillah. So, are you going to? Where is the Alif?
It's called the yatus. Every time two vowels meet, it's like you say an elephant. You don't say elephant. You say the N.
Okay.
Elephant.
So you are saying to me that this is because the letter is not the original of Allah name, so we can take it off, correct?
You don't say N boy.
Okay, no, hold on. So you are saying this is the letter can be taken off because it's not part of the name.
Listen to me.
So
now listen to me.
You just admitted that this is not part of the name, so we can take it off.
You cannot say elephant.
Yeah, no. You cannot say because it's not part of the name, you idiot. So listen, you are saying to me now that the L is not part of the name. You just admitted that the L, so the L is not part of the name, so we can take it off, correct?
It is part of the name.
So how you can take it off? So how you can take it off? Okay, what is the first letter to Muhammad? What is the first letter? What is the first letter in the name of Muhammad? What is the first letter of the name of Muhammad? Is it M? Can you take the M off? Can you take the first letter of the name of Muhammad off?
I said, Muhammad is not God.
Doesn't matter, it's a name. So you can take a letter from the name of God, but you cannot take it from the name of a man?
Listen. Listen to me. There is so many ilahs. If you say this,
listen.
One and only.
Ultimate. Do you speak Arabic? Do you speak Arabic? Do you speak Arabic?
You see, I said, you're changing a subject.
Listen,
do you speak Arabic?
Do you speak Arabic? Okay, so how a person who don't speak Arabic is teaching us the grammar of the Arabic?
Stay on a topic. Stop running away.
So now you became expert in Arabic, but you do not know how to read Arabic. So Abdul, you call me for what reason, Abdul? Potato. So you worship Allah, and you are the one who said that you follow Quran only, correct?
Can we talk about...
You are the one who said you follow Quran only, correct?
That's the subject.
I'm not changing subject. You cannot read it. Here we go. Does it say Lillah? And you agreed that we took the first letter off.
I was listening. He's chickening. I swear to God, shame on you. Every 1,400 people watching you, running away like a little baby.
I'm running away? Okay, you are the one who said we take it off.
Now, can you take 2 minutes? 2 minutes.
You said you took it off. Isn't it you who said the first letter we took it off, or me? Did you say we took it off?
No, 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Did you
2
say,
minutes.
chicken, listen, did you say we took it off, yes or no?
Answer,
Did you
but
say
2
we
minutes, 2
took
minutes.
off, did you say we took off the letter, the first letter, did you say that?
I said 2 minutes, 2 minutes. We agree on 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
10 hours, 10 hours, 10 hours, 10 hours. Now, did you say, did you say we took off the first letter, yes or no?
I will answer if you accept the principle of 2 minutes,
Just
2
get
minutes.
lost, coward, son of Mut'ah. See, our God is Allah. Who is Allah? He is God. Okay, how his name changed in the second verse? Alhamdulillah. So Allah is not the God. You lied. And now we ask him, how this is the alif disappear? He says, do you say an elephant or an elephant? But elephant is still elephant. You don't take the letter off. You take a letter off if it's not part of the name. Very simple. What is the first letter of Muhammad? He said M. He said, do you take it off? He says, no, Muhammad is a person, not God. So you can take it from the name of God, but you cannot take it from the name of a man? Obviously, you can take it because it's not part of the word. So Abdul, I will call you again, and everybody is waiting for you to give us the answer. How you can take a letter from the name of Allah, unless his name is not Allah. Let me call you again. I'm calling you, by the way, just because we need entertainment, nothing much. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. You do not need 2 minutes. You are a hero. You can destroy me in a second, man. What are you talking about? He's not answering. Abdul, answer, come on.
What? Somebody asked you to call it?
Okay, so now we agree, me and you, that there's letters in the name of Allah, we can take them off.
Somebody asked you to call me back because you're ashamed? Because you
Correct.
ran away?
So do we agree, me and you, that there's a letter in the name of Allah, we can take them off? Did we agree, me and you, that there's letters in the name of Allah, we can take them off? Yes or no?
I said 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Abdul, I will give you 2 minutes, just no
Agree
problem.
on 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
But you
agree?
But you answer the question. You promise?
I said, I answer every question and then I ask a question.
Okay, so do you promise me if you go out of the question, of the topic?
You agree on 2. You're the one that went out of the question. Every
No,
fucking
the
time
question
I
is,
give you.
the question is, I will give you the question. 2 minutes for you. I promise. Here we go. When did you say that you agreed that you take the first letter of Allah name? How you can do that? Go ahead.
I didn't ask you. I said, in every language, there's something that 2 minutes. If you cut me off, you're a donkey. In every language you go, when 2 vowels meet, you gotta take 1 vowel off. If you say in French, like you say le enfant, L-E is the enfant is a boy, a baby, or a boy, E-N-F-A-N-T. But you cannot say le enfant. You gotta take the E off of the le. You put a apostrophe in there and say l'enfant. You cannot say elephant. No, A and E cannot meet. You say an elephant. N. We put an N out there.
Okay.
In Arabic, it's the same. If we say al-ilah, al-ilah becomes Allah, the God. Allah means al-ilah. Bismillah, Biribbin Nasi, Malikin Nasi, Ilahin Nasi. 3rd verse of chapter 114. Pull it out.
Okay.
So if you say Alhamdu, li Allah. Li is already a vowel. Allah, li Allah cannot be. You can lillah. You can say li Allah. You say Alhamdu li Allah, lillah. So you take the E off. So you put lillah. Alhamdulillah. In every language, we got that. You are being a dummy talking like that. Everybody speaks Spanish. Everybody speaks German. Everybody speaks English.
Okay, it's already 3 minutes. Can I talk?
An alibi for you.
Can I talk? It's my time. It's my time.
What? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you just agreed with me. So you donkey. You are shouting at me for the last hour, saying it doesn't say that, it says Li Allah, and now you just said Li Lah. So all this is stupid talk to tell me, okay, the name there is Lah. You see how stupid you are? So you were shouting at me, saying it doesn't say that, CP. It is Li Allah. I said to you, no, it says Li La. And now you agree, it says Li La. So who is the donkey here? And now in the top of that, you just say, you just said, you see, you said 2 minutes for you, 2 minutes for me, right? You stupid either. Come on. So listen, let me talk. I give you 2 minutes. Let me talk.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So now the name of Allah is Lillah. You just agreed that you cannot put in the front of elephant, you cannot put in the front of a boy. Just shut up. And you are the one who says Lillah. Who is Lah? Now it is your turn. Who is Lah? Who is Lah?
Lillah means if you cannot put 2 vowels, meaning you can take one off to make it Lillah. So no, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say you are a liar, you are stupid, you are dummy. And then after he explained it, he says, yeah, it says that, Lila. Did you hear it? The example that you gave us about the boy and the elephant, you can take it off because those are not part of the name. But the word boy is still there. Boy, start with boy. You don't say that, you don't take off the B. You don't take the elephant, A-L, elephant. You don't take it off. So an elephant or elephant, it says elephant. So you're stupid, you cannot take it off unless it's not part of the name. We have Muhammad Qasim waiting. Go ahead. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, my friend, how are you?
Good, good. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So do you want to have a debate on the breastfeeding verse?
Oh, you want to talk about breastfeeding? Go ahead.
Yeah, so if you can give me a time to speak.
Sure, no problem. I'm listening, my friend. Go ahead.
Okay, firstly, you know the hadith that you started off the discussion with, which was about goat eating the verse, that's actually weak. And I'll read the taqreej of it. Yeah, it's weak. If you look, Muhammad ibn Ishaq is narrating with the word an, which makes it weak. You can find the scholars grading it in Shu'aib, Sheikh Shu'aib Arnout. He's classed as weak in the classification of Musnad Ahmad. So this narration about goat eating, that part is weak. But even let's say if it was reliable, right? I think Darul Salam, they put it as Hassan. Even if it is reliable, it doesn't take away from the ijma of the Sahaba, the consensus of the Sahaba, that the Quran is preserved. So that's one thing.
Okay, talk about the what is the verse? Okay, my friend, what is the verse of a breastfeeder for adult in the Quran then?
Like I said, it's weak.
It's a weak hadith. So if there is verses given to Muhammad about breastfeeding for adult or not?
Not for adult.
No. Okay. So
no, there's nothing concrete to suggest that there was a verses about
so to understand what you are saying, we are listening. You are saying it is weak even though the website says it's good.
Yeah, the scholars have differed upon it, so it's not reliable.
So who is the scholar who can decide what is good, what is bad in Islam? Like, it's up to you?
No, I've told you this is muhaddith. These are muhaddith, and they have said that this is differed upon. So when something's differed upon, you can't say this is definitely the case. So then you have to back off from that narration, and you can't rely on.
But there is tons of hadith in front of us. All of them, they are very sahih, and they are speaking about a breastfeed for adult. And even Aisha, the wife of the Prophet, she used to order her sisters and her nieces to do breastfeeding for adult before they can see her. Correct?
Which hadith is that?
Okay, if we go right now and we check out, let us see.
If you can give the reference, because I can't see your screen.
No problem, I will show it to you. Let me give it to you, and as long as you speak Arabic, that's wonderful. And I find it very funny that Muslims, you just say that the scholars differ in what is weak and what is strong, which means Islam is very flexible. When you see something you don't like, you can call it weak anytime you want, right? So
no, that's not, if you want to respond to that.
No, you just did. You just said that. Let us see. Let us see that. Hold on. Okay, you can go ahead. Respond. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have mutton criticism, we have isnad criticism. So when it comes to the narrations, we investigate the narrators, and if the narrator is narrating something in an ambiguous way, then we can't. That report might become weak. Also, the text itself, we have to align it with the Quran. If it goes against the Quran or any principle from the Quran, then it gets rejected. So the scholars of Hadith, they investigate, they write this in their commentaries.
But how come the scholar of the Hadith in they say Hasan there? They are scholars or they are potatoes?
Yeah, they are scholars. It's just that the general meaning within the Hadith is true. Like, for example, the case of Salim, that's a Sahih Hadith. The Salim.
Okay, tell me about Salim. What happened? Did your Prophet order the woman to give her breast to adult?
Okay, I'll explain that to you.
Okay, go ahead.
So I've done a video on this on my channel anyway.
Okay, no
but I'll explain it to you.
Okay, go ahead.
So the case of Salim, it wasn't sexual. A lot of times you're trying to make it sexual, right? So it was actually anti-sexual because the husband felt like...
Just hold on. You said it is anti-sexual, correct?
Yeah, that's
so
right.
It is sexual.
It's anti-sexual, meaning that it's not sexual.
No, it is no. When you say it's anti-sexual, it's meant to solve a sexual problem, correct?
No, I'm saying it's against. It's not. Okay. It's not a sexual thing. It's not something that was
the woman, she have a slave in her house, and now he is adult, and the husband is jealous, correct? And now your Prophet, he order her, and she is growing woman, old woman, and he is a growing man. He have a beard, and now he is ordering your Muslim sister to give her breast to this man. What that will do?
What's that?
Why your Prophet ordering this woman, Sahla bint Suhail? And you said this hadith is accurate, correct?
So it wasn't direct. Firstly, let me quickly run through the hadith. The hadith is because he has this grown man was coming in the house, and her husband, they wanna he had like a disgust feeling because he's not like the son, he's not a blood relative son. So due to this reason, the wife herself went to the Prophet about this, and then the Prophet said about suckling. So this suckling wasn't direct. This suckling was not direct because it's haram to have physical contact with a woman. So this suckling was, if you look in Tabaqat of Ibn Sa'd, it's mentioned that she used to pour this in a utensil. It might sound strange.
You speak Arabic, right? You speak Arabic.
A little bit. I've just learned.
Well, the word رضاع من رضع رض الشيء أي مصه. So you have to suck it in the nipples. It can't. رضاع is not a drinking. Rida is not a drinking. So the Prophet says that Rida ardi'i, he did not say give him milk. And the woman, she don't have milk. She's an old woman. She had milk? Why she? Yeah, how she have? Show me where it says that. And where you get this from that this is not suckling. It says suckling. So the hadith says suckling. And then you say to me it was not suckling. Does the hadith say suckle him?
Yeah, it says suckle, but I'm saying it's
okay. Since when suckle him is a drinking? Is suckling is a drinking?
Are you listening?
I'm listening. Because you are okay. You give me a book of At-Tabaqat, no problem. Do you accept At-Tabaqat you as a reference too? If I show you from At-Tabaqat something, are you going to go crazy and say I don't accept it? Do you accept At-Tabaqat book?
The Tabaqat Ibn Sa'di has various reports.
No. Do you accept it? Whatever I show you from there, you say I agree.
Now, are you listening? Some of them are reliable.
See, some are good, some are bad. So it's up to you to decide what's good. So you don't. Do you accept him as a scholar or not?
Again, the muhaddith, they decide.
See, now you see, you are not being, you are not being truthful. Either is accepted as a scholar for you or not. So now listen, let's go back to zero. Did your Prophet says don't suckle him? Did your Prophet says that?
Don't suckle him.
Yeah, did he say give him your milk, or he said suckle?
He says suckle, like I mentioned to you already.
Okay, so you are adding things your Prophet did not say. Shame on you. Secondly, did your Prophet wife order her sisters to suckle men before they enter upon her?
Sisters?
Yes, sisters and nieces.
No, it's haram. It's only the case of Salim, the wife of the Prophet. They said is very specific to.
Are you saying that Aisha was Are you saying your Aisha is a bad woman when she did that?
No, she never did that.
She never did that. Okay, guys, isn't it him who said that this hadith is accurate? Here we go. This is the hadith. I will post it for you in the chat. You can click on it and you can open it. Everybody can read it. And this is the same hadith about Sahla bint Suhail. And it says there that Aisha, the mother of the believers, she used to order her sisters and her nieces to suckle adult men before they enter upon her.
Let me see. Let me have a look at the narration. Give me a second. What's the hadith? I'll just find it on the thingy. I can't go back on the screen for some reason. What's the hadith? What's the reference?
I just gave you the link. Let me give it to you in Skype. No problem. Hold on.
I'm aware that Aisha, she had different opinions. She believed that the
Aisha, she have wrong opinion, guys. Aisha, she have wrong opinion. Oh, okay. Aisha, she was a bad Muslim. Yeah. So
no, it doesn't make them bad.
You just said a second ago. You said Aisha, this is haram. You said this is haram. It's only for this women. And Aisha, she will never do such a thing. Yeah, it's haram. So Aisha now she is committing something haram.
Aisha. No, Aisha herself, she didn't say that this is a physical contact. It's haram to have physical contact. That's what I said.
Guys, do you hear? Hold on, Qasim. Some people, they say cannot hear. Guys, do you hear the sound? People on YouTube, do you hear the sound? Does it sound good coming? Do you hear his voice? Do you hear his voice? You know, it takes a little bit for them to answer. We want to be sure that everybody can hear you. Guys, when he talks, do you hear his voice? Taking some time for them to answer. Okay, you hear his voice, right? Okay, so somebody's saying he don't hear. I don't know why. Anyway, so go ahead. So Aisha, she practiced that. Why Aisha, she practiced something not right?
I've just clicked on this hadith. There's no grading on it. It says Muwatta Imam Malik.
Doesn't matter, my friend. This is your problem.
If there's no grading,
this is your problem. This is your problem. Here we go. Anything you don't like, you want to have a grade. So when we show you the grading of the previous hadith, you said, even though it says Hasan, you said it's not accepted for you, right? So
I'll give you a reference.
No, you did not give me any reference, my friend, because this person, he have no right to say something not true. Because the hadith says this is, nobody oppose it. And if somebody came 1,000 years after to say, I am against it, well, here we go, you are against it too. And later somebody will say you are a scholar and you are against it. But did Aisha herself practice it?
Again, this narration firstly doesn't have any grading on it. Number one,
my friend. So why are you Muslims? So are you saying, okay? Are you saying to me that you Muslims, you promote lies? If it's not true, it's not going to be there. Don't you agree with me? Why you Muslims? Why you Muslims?
Let me explain. Let me explain. We have narrations. These are historical reports. So when it comes to hadith, they are like pieces of a puzzle. Some of them, it's like historical reports can be true, can be wrong. That's why we have mawdu. We have different categories, right? We have weak and strong hadith. So we have to investigate each hadith. When it comes to the Quran, we accept all of it. When it comes to hadith, we have to investigate it. So that's one of the major errors.
Okay, but those who investigated the one which it says it is good, how come their investigation is wrong?
The investigation is wrong because I told you the word an is used.
Every hadith the word an used.
Yeah, the scholars have mentioned. It says this narration.
My friend, every hadith it says an. Even the Quran is an. So this is the most funny argument because an it's mean narrated from. So in order to arrive to us, it have to become from. So you are saying to me because it says from, you don't accept it, but that's mean you don't accept the Quran too.
No, hold on. Let me respond to that. This narrator is actually known as for doing tadlis, so that's the reason. The practice of missing a link. So he was known for this, Muhammad ibn Ishaq. You can check this out. And that's the reason he was graded as weak. Mufti Taqi Usmani, I believe, he also mentioned this.
Okay, is Muwatta Malik is a good book for you?
Any hadith book, they have weak hadith, some strong and some fabricated. So besides Bukhari and Muslim, they have certain areas, few hadith are categorized as weak, but generally.
Okay, you know what? So okay. So now we agree that your prophet, he ordered women to give a breastfeeding for adult. You agree with that, all right?
No, not generally, not all Muslims.
Okay, where it says not all Muslims, where it says that, did your prophet say this is only for you?
Okay, I can show you the wives of the prophet. They're saying, Salama, the wife of the Messenger of Allah, used to say, all the wives of the Messenger of Allah rejected the idea that one can kuntum.
Give me the hadith.
Sahih Muslim number 1454.
No, I want you to give me the link, because later I don't want you to say I did not give you this link. I know the hadith you are talking about, and I'm thanking you for giving it to me, because now you got yourself busted. Give me the link.
You got busted, bro.
Yeah, you will see.
But,
you will see.
Huh?
It's a hadith you chose, not me. Correct? It's a hadith you chosen, not me. And it's a number you gave me, not me. And it's a link you will give to me, not me. So how you can run from this now? So this is a hadith you agree with, correct? Okay, give me the link.
Let me just find it on sunnah.com.
In a second, you will wish you never mentioned it to me.
Don't worry.
Let us see. I will post it for everybody too, so they can see it.
Okay, so let me send it. Have you got sunnah.com open?
Yeah, just give me the link, my friend. Open it in front of you.
I'm using two devices, so I have to send it to the device.
You said Sahih Muslim?
Yes, Sahih Muslim 1454.
1454, correct? Okay. I will give you the link as long as you have difficulty to find it. So I will give you the link and you confirm that this is the hadith you want, correct? You confirm to me that this is the hadith. Okay, I will give it to you. Here we go. As long as you have difficulty to send it to me, please confirm that this is the hadith you are talking about.
Yeah, this is the hadith.
All right, that's wonderful. Does it say any grade there?
It's in Sahih Muslim.
Okay, but does it show grade?
Did you not hear what I said before?
I know, but does it show grade?
I don't think you're listening.
It doesn't show grade, but you accept it without a grade, correct?
I said to you, Bukhari Muslim generally they are accepted.
Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, that's wonderful then. Okay, can you read for me the hadith you gave us, please, if you don't mind?
Huh?
Can you read the hadith for us?
Yeah. It says, Salama, the wife of Allah's Messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, used to say to all of the wives of Allah's Messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, disclaimed the idea that one with this type of fosterage, having been suckled after the proper period, should come to them, and said to Aisha, by Allah, we do not find this but a sort of a concession given by Allah's Messenger only for Salim. So they hear that only. And no one was going to be allowed to enter our houses with this type of fosterage, and we do not subscribe.
Okay, hold on. She was saying that to Aisha. Why she is saying that to Aisha? Because Aisha, she was doing it.
No. How does it make... She had a different...
The other hadith... Okay, we just showed you the hadith. Aisha, she is ordering the women, her sisters and her nieces, to do breastfeeding. And now the women, they are disagreeing with her. And you are the one who said to me that they are disagreeing with Aisha, and they are saying to Aisha, this is something we did not find, except it was a license only for this woman, correct? So why they are saying that to Aisha? Because Aisha, she is doing it.
Okay, give me 2 minutes, I'll explain.
Okay.
So this hadith is clearly telling you it's only for Salim. Aisha anha, she had a different opinion where this was extended to other people.
Okay, what was the opinion of Aisha?
let me finish.
Yeah.
So it's extended to other people. However, it's still not direct contact. That's what I'm trying to make the point, that it's haram. If it was a direct contact, it'll go against the Quran. Then it'll be rejected.
Where it's against the Quran? How it's against the Quran?
Because Quran mentions about lowering your gaze. It talks about who are your mahram and who are your, not your mahram.
Well, the Quran mentioned too, you can do mut'ah.
The Quran doesn't mention mut'ah, but that's a separate topic.
No, I'm just showing you that the Quran have a lot of crazy stuff. So chapter 4, 24, chapter 4, verse 24, it says you can do mut'ah. So what is the point of covering your chest and then you order them to go have sex around for 3 days, 3 nights?
I've actually went through your video about mut'ah and I've actually deconstructed it. It's on my channel as well.
Here we go.
So
everything in your channel, but you can't do it now. Why it's in your channel? What do it now? So,
I've already done the best.
No, my friend, you cannot. Here we go. Did your prophet allow the mut'ah? Yes or no?
Mut'ah is haram. It was allowed in a specific state. But that's a separate topic.
It's a separate topic, but it's connected. It's sexual. So, what kind of a prophet? What kind of a prophet he allowed it? Now, let's go back. Let us go back. We will go back to the mut'ah. Hold on. We'll go back to the mut'ah later. Now, let us see. Did Aisha, according to the hadith, the one you don't accept, order her sisters and her nieces to do breastfeeding for adult? Yes or no?
Like I said, I haven't seen this grading. Even if she did,
okay.
But like I told you, it's not direct contact.
Okay, where it says it's not direct contact? Can you show us?
I told you Tabaqat ibn Sa'ad.
No, this is a guy giving his opinion. He was not there. He doesn't exist from the time of Muhammad. This is a person who was born 100 and hundreds of years after, making a book. I'm asking you, does it say anywhere in the books of hadith that there's no direct contact?
It was, listen, the Muhaddith Ibn Hajar, he actually concluded this. He said
my friend, but he is not. Was he there, the person who concluded that?
Give me a second. No, he analyzed the reports and he wasn't, obviously.
Okay.
Ibn Hajar.
So I can give my opinion now. Who care? Even if I'm a scholar. But there's nowhere the Prophet of Islam says Arda'i mean to suckle him, and you agree with that, correct?
Like I said to you, if this report is saying what you're saying,
my friend,
we reject it.
The word, the word in Arabic, does it say Arda'i, suckle him?
It says, yeah, it does.
Okay, are you saying your prophet, he don't know Arabic? He's using the wrong word. He said suckle him, but he don't mean suckle.
The audience understood what he meant. And the narration. Let me quickly.
My friend,
let me quickly mention the actual narration.
Arda'a means suckle, and you agree. So your prophet says suckle. He didn't say to him, give him your milk.
Can I mention what's mentioned in Tabaqat?
Okay.
It says Sahla would pour her breast milk into a utensil each day for 5 continuous days, and Salim would drink from it. He did not directly drink from the breast of Sahla, as he is not permitted to expose one's aura in front of a non-mahram adult, let alone have him sucked. And this actually consensus with all the scholars. It could to be mentioned.
So now we should not follow what Muhammad said, because what Muhammad said is blind and it's deceiving. So we have to follow what someone who wrote a book 1,000 years after explain what Muhammad said. And Aisha, the poor woman, she was practicing what is wrong because her prophet, her husband, did not explain to her. But the guy who came 1,000 years after, he can explain better to Aisha. And he understands Islam better than...
Principles. We have usul in it. Whenever we analyze hadith, we have principles. If it goes against certain principles, we reject the report or we analyze it in a different way. So when it comes to this report, the apparent meaning may seem like it's indicating that. I
have a surprise for you. Read for me this hadith. And now let us see how you will say this is weak. The game of weak and strong.
Is it on the same topic?
Yeah.
It's on the same topic.
It's about breastfeeding for adult. Exactly. Read it for us. I will put it in the screen and I will post it in the chat for people. Read the hadith for us.
So it says, Salama said to Aisha, a young boy who's at the threshold of puberty comes to you. I, however, do not like that he should come to me. Whereupon Aisha said, don't you see in Allah's Messenger, my mother for you? She also said, the wife of Abu Hudayfa said, Messenger of Allah, Salim comes to me, and now he's a grown-up person, and there is something that rankles in the mind of Abu Hudayfa about him, whereby Allah's Messenger says, suckle him. So what's the issue? This is the same thing that's mentioned about Sani. That I've already explained.
But okay, so Aisha was practicing. You said no, Aisha did not do.
I said she had a different opinion.
No, you said she did not do that. Aisha, you remember when I told you why the Salama, she is saying to Aisha that, obviously because she is practicing that, she said no. You said that. You said no, she was not doing that. The hadith here confirmed that Aisha is telling the Muslim women, including the wives of Muhammad, that we should follow the steps of the Prophet. He ordered these women to do such a thing if somebody want to enter upon her. Correct? So Aisha, she's going around telling the wives of Muhammad, you should practice this because we should follow the steps of Muhammad, the messenger of Allah. Correct? Does it say that?
Yeah, so...
Okay. Is that a da'if hadith?
No, it's a Sahih hadith.
Okay. So now Aisha, she is the wife of Muhammad, and she was doing that, and her husband did not say to her, don't do it.
Yeah, like I said, she did have a different opinion. I never come across
No. This is not the question. This is not the topic now. She is doing that. She is doing that. She is speaking of that, and Muhammad is not correcting her. And then you get me a book of somebody written a book 1,000 years after, saying that it should not be this way because this is against Islam. So Aisha, first-hand witness of Islam. Half of your religion is coming from Aisha. Even your prophet says, نصف دينكم من Aisha. Take your half of your religion from Aisha. So now Aisha is giving you half of your religion and you reject.
Which hadith is that?
Here we go. Let us show you.
Half of the religion. The prophet said this.
Okay. You never heard of it before?
I don't know, I never come across it. Sounds interesting.
Very interesting. Just to show you here how Muslims, when they see something shameful in their religion, suddenly they dump Aisha, and Aisha, she is not a trustworthy person. When they want, she is trustworthy.
She is trustworthy.
Oh,
she is trustworthy.
No, you said you have. You see, you are trying to be polite and say she have.
Errors.
You know, you are trying. You are trying to be. You are trying to be polite, saying that this is her opinion. But this is not about opinion. This is religion, my friend. You cannot say this is opinion because she is saying, I'm following the step of the Prophet. Here we go. Here it says.
Yeah, it's her ijtihad. It's her ijtihad that this can be done to, like she thought this was general. But like I mentioned, it's not direct contact. It'll be haram to do direct contact. I've already mentioned this. So it's irrelevant if you had that opinion or not.
Oh, okay. So it's irrelevant to do that, to do that such contact. Why it was relevant for the women? Her name is Sahla bint Suhail.
I'm saying there's no direct contact.
Where do you get this from? Do you have a proof? No, this is not a proof. This is a guy. He is ashamed. Like Mimi Hijab, he says to a Muslim sheikh, "Can I suck your wife's tits?" Because he feels ashamed of it. So now I'm asking you, when Muhammad Hijab was saying that to the Muslim sheikh, and the Muslim sheikh insists that this is about suckling for the breast, and Mimi Hijab, he said to him, "Can I suck your wife's tits?" Why the sheikh, he did not say this is not accepted in Islam? Why he is saying this is what it is? Why you Muslim do not have one religion? Do you Muslim have one religion or not? Why the sheikh, who is this Mimi Hijab, is answering him? Why he is saying no, this is what the Prophet said. And I can show you right now a video by the one who teach hadith, the dean of hadith in Azhar University, saying this is suckling, it's about suckling.
Okay, let me explain. What Muhammad Hijab was talking about was Albani's opinion. So he was talking about how it explicitly.
Okay, hold on. Did you say Al-Albani opinion?
Yeah.
Okay, is Al-Albani one of your big sheikhs?
He's a Salafi scholar.
Okay, no problem. But is he a big sheikh or he is a potato?
I don't recognize him as a big sheikh.
Okay, so but why this guy Al-Albani is saying you can suck the wife, anyone, like your neighbor wife boobs? Why is he saying that? How he got Islam wrong? Why this religion is so confusing? So each one of you, he tried to make his own understanding and own. It's very simple supposedly. Your Prophet told the Muslim.
He went. For example, Albani, he's been refuted by many people anyways on his gradings on hadith.
Okay, Albani himself, he refuted many too, you know, so you are saying to me, anything is not suitable, we don't accept. Anything is embarrassment, is don't accept. Let us go back to the...
anything that goes
hold on. Let us go back to the hadith which you mentioned about Muhammad. He ordered the woman to give her breast to a stranger. He is adult. Okay. Do you have a proof that she had milk?
Pardon?
Do you have a proof that this woman, Sahla bint Suhail, she had milk in her breast?
The narration itself mentions this.
Where it says, show me.
It mentions that she suckled him and then the disgust of Abu Hudayfa.
It says she suckled him. Does it say that he drank milk?
Obviously, if he's going to be suckling, that's what's going to happen.
No, men, when they have sex with women, they suckle the nipples of women. Excuse my language. Well, there's no milk.
Like I said, there's nothing sexual about this.
Okay, hold on.
Becomes the mahram.
But isn't this is about sexual? This is a guy who is, the husband is jealous because there's a man is in the house. So it's about sexual. So your prophet supposedly by doing that, he will stop the sexuality. Correct?
Yeah, exactly. So it's anti.
Okay, but isn't it sexual? Isn't it sexual to give women a breast to a stranger?
Like I said, she's not giving the breast.
Where did you get this from? You failed to show me.
I gave you a reference.
No, you did not. No, you gave me a book written, long time ago. I have books too. So can you give? So I can show you Al-Albani. So you are the one who mentioned Al-Albani. I agree with it. Okay. So Al-Albani is a scholar too.
Is a recent scholar.
My friend, all of them they are recent compared to Muhammad. My friend, all of them they are recent scholars compared to Muhammad. As example, Ibn Kathir came 800 years after your prophet. So he's a recent scholar. He's not an old scholar. He's not from the time of Muhammad. So how come you take him? So if you don't accept recent scholars, then you don't accept all the recent scholars, including the one you mentioned. All of them, they are not from the time of Muhammad. That will make them recent scholars.
Okay, so now
let me respond to you. So you are saying to me, there is no proof of what you are saying. What we have is, hadith is confirmed to be Hasan or good, that it is, yes, that the Prophet, he received verses of a breast feeding for adult. And you are saying to me, the hadith about the goat ate it is not true, but there's no proof of that. Muslims are ashamed of it, but they cannot, defeat it because simply it's an opinion.
Can I respond?
Okay, go ahead.
So Albani's opinion is rejected because it's regarded as like a singular or shadh opinion. So it's something that goes against that consensus. So that's the reason his opinion would be rejected. I've mentioned already, like the Muhaddith Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, he's also concluded this based on the narration of Tabaqat ibn Sa'd.
Do you accept Ibn Hajar?
Yeah, I've accepted him, yeah.
So if I show you now something he said, you will say I accept?
So you went on a different topic? Are you not
No, just to show the hypocrisy.
It looks like you're running away.
You are running away. Do you accept him as a scholar, whatever he say, you accept him, or only in that line?
Well, show me what he said.
No. Do you accept him, whatever he say? I want your promise.
We have to analyze each report.
See, here you see the hypocrisy. So he is a scholar when they want, he is a dummy when they want. So even the scholar you mentioned to me, you don't want him no more. Same for all of them. So do you accept them or you don't accept them? You don't. Do you accept Ibn Kathir? Do you accept Ibn Kathir? Do you accept Ibn Kathir?
Let me finish. When it comes to Ibn Hajar, when it comes to grading, he's an expert in grading. So if you want to show me a grading that Ibn Hajar is doing a grading on, I'll accept the grading on.
If I show you something,
opinion can be rejected.
Okay, his opinion can be rejected, but isn't it his grading is opinion too?
No, his grading is based on biographies, and he analyzes it.
No, his grading is based on opinion, because all of it is opinion. I say I don't agree with this because of this, because this is opinion. Someone else here different opinion. Now listen. So your prophet, he come with something which is unacceptable. A woman, she is grown woman, asking her to give her breast to adult man. You said it is not direct contact, which is very funny to say because no proof of it, because the word in Arabic is suckle. No, you gave me no proof. The word in Arabic is suckle, and suckle you have to suck.
If you don't accept the proof, that's your choice.
No, it's not about me. Even your scholar don't accept it because it says suckle him, does not say drink her milk. The word is suckling. You agreed, correct?
I told you how it was done. How is the suckling?
No. Okay, can you show me hadith about how they do it?
I've told you already.
No. Show me where hadith says that the woman, she used to take milk from her breast, put it in a cup, and give it to the man.
I gave you references.
No, you did not give me. No, you did not give me. No, what you gave me, it doesn't say what you are saying. It says that obviously it is not about suckling, it is about not direct contact, correct? But there's no proof. Do you have any story of a woman, or this woman, Sahla bint Suhail specifically, that she put milk in a cup and she gave it to the man?
Yes,
Where? Show me.
Al-Isaba, volume 4.
No,
yeah,
okay, give me the link. Give me the link. I will post it on screen. Everybody will laugh.
I'm giving the reference. You can find it yourself.
No. You give me the link because I want to put it on the screen.
I'll give you the reference,
Okay.
and then you find it if you want to.
Okay, why you cannot give me the link?
I have a scholarly site where I've taken this information from.
What?
I've taken this information from a scholarly site.
No problem. Can you give me the link? You just said it's you just said site.
The link to that.
You just said site.
Yeah.
Okay, give me the site.
Yeah. I'll give you 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, I've got the site. I'm just going to copy and paste it.
Post the link for me, please, in Skype.
Okay, so I think I mentioned enough what I needed to mention on the topic. You can check it out. So I'm gonna, inshallah, head out.
All right. You know that because the point we want to show it to everybody, so they can see what we are talking about. All right. Okay, I'm going to put the link in the front of everyone. Give me a second. All right. Okay, where it says what you just said, that she did take milk and put it in a cup. The hadith you gave me in front of you, it says suckle him. This is your website, correct? It says literally suckle him. Are you there? Hello? Call ended.
Hello.
The website you gave me, it confirmed what I said. It says here, I have suckled him. Read it. This is the website you gave me. Okay. I have suckled.
I'm aware.
Does it say I have suckled him?
Yeah, you scroll down. If you scroll down.
Okay. No, but does it, my friend, okay, no problem. Does it say I have suckled him?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So why she is saying I have suckled him when it's not suckling?
That wording was used, however, what was meant by it was.
Okay, so the word was used. Okay, now where? Okay, if we scroll down, where it says that she, where is the story? Where the reference that she put milk in a cup? Where it says that?
Look, search the word tabaqat, you'll find it.
Here we go. Tabaqat. No, because you need to the word tabaqat. They can type it different way. Everyone tabaqat. Let's see. Tabaqat.
Should I take a screenshot or?
Here we go. It's narrated in Ibn Sa'ad elsewhere that Sahla would pour her breast. Okay, but where he got this from?
There you
go. But this is what he's saying. He's a liar unless he prove it. Do you have reference that she did that?
Look
How
at the
come?
end. It says
Listen.
Ibn Hajar
No
has
problem,
also
my friend.
mentioned
Ibn
this.
Hajar, Ibn Potato, Ibn Tomato, no problem. Where they got
He's
this
a
from?
muhaddith.
Where they got this from?
It tells you there what book it
No,
is.
give me the hadith. It have to be a hadith. Because they themselves, they have to get it from somewhere. So you say to me, someone he said...
That is a hadith.
Where is the hadith? Give me the
What are you
hadith.
talking about?
Where is the hadith?
It says narrated in the Sa'ad, the Tabaqat of Ibn Sa'ad.
But this is
That's
the
a
book
hadith.
written now. This is not the hadith. This is not the hadith. This is his book. This is what he said.
That's the narration.
No, this is what he said. He said that. This is what he said, Ibn Sa'd.
It was narrated by Ibn Sa'ad in his book.
Exactly.
And the narration's there.
But this guy was not there, and he is not from them, and he was not exist in the time of Muhammad, and he came hundreds of years after. So now I wrote a book, it says it's narrated by Christian Prince. I mean, come on, but Christian Prince, he was not in the time of Muhammad, he came hundreds of years after. So when he come with such a knowledge, he got it from where?
I don't know, I have to go to the source.
See, here we go. So look what happened to you. We show you the original reference says suckle him. Even in the same page it says I suckled him. And you don't want to accept the word suckling to be suckling because it's very embarrassing. And now you want to accept a person who wrote a book 1,000 years after saying, she said suckle him, but obviously this is going to be
that's
true.
Not true. I just checked. Ibn Sa'ad is from 230 after Hijr. He
My
died
friend, even if you see, you Muslims, you have a lot of hypocrisy. You say that the book of John written 60 years after Jesus, and you don't accept it because it's written 60 years after Jesus. But the book speak about Jesus 600 years after by Muhammad. You accept, and now you are saying to me, now you are saying to me,
going to talk about the Bible?
Now you are saying to me, no, we don't talk about that. No, just to show you the hypocrisy. You said how many years after this guy? You said how many years after the guy you mentioned? How many years after?
The Bible will contradict.
No. How many years after he came?
100. He was born in 168 after.
Okay, but isn't Al-Bukhari is after?
Yeah, Bukhari.
So how do you accept him?
What do you mean?
Al-Bukhari is a person came 200 years after Muhammad. How do you accept him to be Sahih?
Why you jump into a different topic of hadith?
We are not different topic. The hadith says suckle him. You failed to give me a proof that he did not order her to suckle. The hadith I said suckle him, and she said I suckled him. She did not say I pour some milk in a dish and I gave him a drink. Why you are lying?
I gave you the reference and the guide.
No, this is not what happened. This is not what happened. This is a guy is saying that. Do he have reference for what happened?
He's mentioning the narration. Ibn Hajar, he's a
but this is a scholar who is giving his opinion. So now listen to this. Okay, listen to this.
I finished. I've explained.
No, okay, listen. Okay, now the woman. Okay, no, hold on. The woman, I will go with you just for the sake of fun. The woman, she gave the guy a milk in a cup. The man, he drank the cup of milk. What happened?
Became mahram.
If I show you a fatwa, it says that you can marry a woman even if you suckle her milk, as long you are not doing that when you are a child. What you would do?
So what? Okay, let me explain this. Do you want me to explain it or no?
No. I want you to answer me. Is it true that this is one?
Yeah, I am going to answer. I'm saying, are you going to give me time?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so this case, what they're talking about is it was the case of Salim. They're saying it's specific for Salim, so he becomes a mahram. But when it comes to anyone else, even if you drink the milk, they don't become mahram.
Look at this religion. Allah, He created a rule.
This religion's got plenty.
This is the religion.
This religion got plenty.
Created a rule. Allah, He created a rule only for one woman. Only that man will be forbidden for her. The rest of men, no. That means this is hypocrisy. That means this milk can do nothing. Hold on. So you are saying to me now that having milk from a woman in the time when you are old, that will not change the fact that still you can sleep with her, correct?
When it comes that particular rule is no longer applicable.
How come?
It's been abrogated.
Where?
I've already told you the wives of the Prophet mentioned this.
Where? No, you just said it's abrogated.
Did you hear what I said?
No, you just said it's abrogated. Where?
Did you hear what I said? I said
heard. You are the one who said. You are the one who said it's abrogated, so it have to be in the Quran. Show me the verses which abrogating this rule.
Abrogation doesn't necessarily need to be in the Quran. It can be also in a hadith.
Okay, so guys, did you hear this? Did you hear this? The Muslim, they don't follow the Quran because the Quran is not the book of guidance. It is in the hadith. Show me the hadith.
Did you? Oh my days! Look in the reference. I sent you the link.
No. Give me the hadith. Show me the hadith. It's abrogating the hadith. You said that this is abrogated. It's you who said the word abrogated, not me. Show me.
I've already told you.
No. Where is the hadith? Where is the hadith? It's abrogating this hadith.
In the hadith, it says it was only the wives have said it's only for Salim.
My friend, you just said it's abrogated. The wives of Muhammad. Okay, are you Muslim? You follow Muhammad or his wives?
We follow the companions. So if there's a consensus on a matter,
follow the companion. What the wives are companions. That's wonderful. So Aisha, she is one of the companions, and she is the most important companion. So how come you don't want Aisha no more? At the same time, my friend, you said to me it's abrogated, so it have to be abrogated by your prophet. Show me the hadith. It cannot be abrogated by the companion, correct? It have to be abrogated by.
Okay, so I'm gonna go now. I've explained what I need to explain. Take care.
Do you have the hadith where it's abrogated? Where is going? Guys, did he say abrogate and he hang up? It's abrogated. Okay, now we have a bigger problem. Because now we have to find the verse which is abrogating this. So we have hadith saying that those are verses sent down by Allah, not a hadith. Verses. And he is the one who says it's abrogated. And actually even the hadith here in front of us, it says it's abrogated. Where is the verses of abrogation? Read the funny Islamic statement. It says, these verses abrogated by recitation. And now it is 5. Okay, what is the verse for 5? And in order to say it's abrogated, that means it have to be not a hadith, because you cannot abrogate a hadith. Abrogation happened only the Quran. So Aisha practiced it. Aisha confirmed that those were verses. The rank of the hadith says Hasan, which means good. For them it's bad. Why? Because it's embarrassing. And look what he just said. Priceless. He said, this is a rule only given for that woman. Show me. Where your prophet said this is only for you. Since when Muhammad he say only this is for you? Show me. Isn't it Islam is for all mankind? Suddenly now there's a special book only for this woman? No. It's only for that woman. Yeah. And she did not suckle him. She gave milk. Okay, where? It says suckle him. And he hang up. Where do you go, my friend? Let me call you back. We just started. In my channel, I refuted you on my channel. Yeah. Okay, will not answer. That's it, he's gone. Bye-bye. And by the way, he's welcome to... I think this is the same guy who brought me this sheikh from New York. Isn't this the same guy? You remember the sheikh from New York? Who made him falafel? I think this is the same guy who brought his sheikh to contact me. But look what happened now. Obviously, Muhammad is a crazy man. Because he said that if a man, he drank a milk from a woman, that will not still forbid him from having sex with her. So what the point? What the point then? Do you see the stupidity? He is the one who mentioned this, and actually I have the fatwa in front of me. Ultimate farm potato, get lost, you know, stupid kids. We want people who, men, not kids. Idiot. Stupidity is amazing. Do we have any Muslim would like to tell us something good about his religion? As long that will not stop the man from being able to have sex with that woman. So what the point of this? Why he did that? Any Muslim can tell us? What the point? Crazy, sick, mental illness. We just heard him saying, no, he can still have sex with the women. Oh, but only that woman. He cannot. Why? And where it says in the whole story, this is only for that woman. Actually, the answer of Muhammad about that a woman she have to suckle an adult man, proven to us again that Muhammad is making fun of his people. Because this is stupid. And because today they are ashamed of what their prophet taught, they don't want to accept it, so they say, oh, he did not mean suckle, but the hadith says suckle. And the biggest scholars of Islam, the one who teach hadith right now in Egypt, they say, yes, this is what it says. If you search right now, adult breast feeding fatwa in Google, it's all over. The head of the Azhar University, the head, those all the sheikhs who graduate, like they are proud. I am graduated from Al Azhar University. Not me, I'm saying they are proud. Okay, the head, the one who teach them, the one who made them sheikh, is the one who issued a fatwa that a woman, she go in the bus, she should breastfeed everyone there. They have interview with them actually in TV. So the woman in the TV, she said, are you saying to me I have to suckle all those people who work with me in the studio in the TV? He said, yes. And all the story reference says that this woman who we are talking about, she is not a young woman. She is over the age to have children. So how she can suckle, and suckle what? There's no milk. So Qasim, why you hang up, my friend? Why you did hang up? I don't understand. Where do you go? We did not finish. Can you come back on Skype? And I will not ask you a question. You know, you tell me something. You know, we will change the topic. We spoke about it enough. What about Muhammad Qasim? He called us again and show us a clear proof that Muhammad is a prophet. What do you think, guys? Can Muhammad do that? when somebody says that he have a prophet, this is ultimate fault, I think. Yes, ultimate, how are you? Hello? Hello? Yeah, stupid idiot. Even your voice don't come. Let us see if Muhammad Qasim, he can give us any proof of his choice that Muhammad is a prophet. You see, we are giving him an ultimate freedom from ultimate boy from Nigeria to give us any reference of his choice. Muhammad is not a prophet. Muhammad is not a prophet. Even Muslims don't believe he's a prophet, and we can prove it. Simple. He is not answering. He's typing for him. Muhammad Qasim is typing for me, but he is not answering. Hello?
Hello, yes?
Yes, my friend.
Do you hear me?
Yes, you're a Muslim?
Yes.
All right, what do you like to say to us? I was saying, I don't know if you heard me, if there's any proof that Muhammad is a prophet?
First of all, who are you?
Who are you? You are calling me and you're asking me who are you?
No, I'm just... what do you want me to say?
I want you to tell me how you believe Muhammad is a prophet. What makes you believe he's a prophet?
Because I read the Quran and
Okay.
I have, come to the conclusion that he's a prophet.
Okay, help me to get the same conclusion you got from the Quran, as you said. How? What is the conclusion? Or how you get the conclusion in the Quran?
Because in the Quran,
yes,
you have a lot of narrations too, and for example, you have the people of Moses, the people of a lot of prophets, and the main message is reiterated over and over again. It is to worship the true God and to not obey the evil doers.
Okay.
And when I read the Quran,
yes,
I found this pattern and I concluded this is true.
All right. So the Quran forbid you from doing evil?
Yes.
That's really strange, because what I know that the Quran order you to do evil.
Yes. Where?
Okay. Let me ask you: is having sex with the children is evil or not?
It's evil.
Okay. Did the Quran order you to have sex with the children?
No.
Okay.
I think not.
All right. Let us see if this is true or not. So if we go to the Quran right now, and I will give you the verses so you can read with me. All right. And this is verse number 4 in chapter 65.
Okay, wait.
Okay. This chapter talking about divorce. This is the chapter of divorce. Talking about divorcing children's.
You're talking about Surah Nisa?
Yes. No, chapter
60.
no, sorry. Chapter 65, not Nisa. Chapter 65 at-Talaq. Divorce chapter, verse number 4.
Okay. Wait. 64.
Yes.
What verse?
Chapter 4. Chapter 65, verse number 4.
Okay. Number 4. Yes, I have it.
Okay. Is that about divorcing children's?
No, I don't see such.
Okay. Do you like who explained the Quran for you? The scholars, correct?
No.
Who explained it for you?
If you read it logically, you don't need any explanation.
Oh, okay. I like the word logically. So why you Muslims have tons of tafsir books then? If there's logically,
Because Because no, look, in the first century of Islam, the Muslims, they were doing great. Did they not? They were winning.
They were what? They were what?
They were winning all over the Middle East, the battles against the Romans, the Persians.
Okay.
That's history.
Okay.
But later on, they failed and they got destroyed up until today.
Okay.
Isn't that true?
Yeah.
But how come? It is because in the first century of Islam, the Muslims were following the Quran logically.
Great.
But you know, the Persians, when they lost, they were not just waiting for the Muslims to do whatever they want. They had a plan, and their plan was to invent
So my friend,
literature.
Okay, what you just said now, that the first generation of Islam, those are the good Muslim, correct?
Yes. That's why you don't have any hadith.
Okay, no problem. This is Ibn Abbas, the cousin of your prophet, and your prophet named him to be the scholar to explain the Quran. Look what he says.
But
those who have, hold on. He says those who have no administration because they are too young. Do you see it?
That's a wrong explanation.
But this is Ibn Abbas, and you are the one who told me that the first generation of Islam, they are the true Muslims.
Who is Ibn Abbas? Who is this man?
The cousin of your prophet, and your prophet named him to be
how do you know that?
Because this is what your Muslim says. This is the cousin.
Yes, but when was this hadith written? How many years after the death of the prophet?
Well, maybe a week after. I don't know.
No,
this
it was 300 years.
He lived. No,
just 300 years. 300 years
lived,
after the death of the prophet.
Okay, but all the hadith is collected hundreds of years after the prophet. So you accept?
Yes.
You don't accept any hadith?
I don't accept any hadith.
Okay, all right. So did you hear the hadith? It says that there's no there's no difference between the black and white hadith.
I don't accept any hadith.
You don't accept any hadith. Okay. So as long as you don't accept any hadith.
Yes.
Do you know Arabic?
A little bit.
So how you understand Islam then?
But just by reading the Quran. By the way, when you say Islam,
but you don't know Arabic. How you can read the Quran?
Look. You don't need. Okay, look. The Quran says it is sent to all mankind: the Chinese, the Indians, everyone.
Where it says that? Where it says that?
Rahmatul lil alamin. It says it's all mankind.
No, he's talking about Alameen is talking about genie and human, and the human are the Arab. Let us go to the Quran. You are the one who said that you accept only Quran, correct?
Yes.
All right. That's wonderful. So in the Quran it says Allah will not send a book or a messenger unless in the language and the tongue of the people. Does the Quran says that or no?
Yes, and it did so. It sent to the Arabs, and the Arabs understand it.
So how this is a book for all mankind if it says only I will send to people who speak the language?
Because God knows that people will translate it to other people and spread the message.
No, read carefully. It says here, we sent not a messenger except to teach in the language of his own people in order to make things clear for them. Okay, so the things will not be clear for you unless Allah He send you a book in your language from a prophet, or a prophet he is from your people. The Quran saying that and confirming He never sent anyone. This is in the time of Muhammad, including Muhammad. So how Muhammad can be a prophet for you when you are an Indonesian person? Are you from Indonesia?
No.
Where are you from, if you don't mind?
I'm from Belgium.
Belgium, okay.
Yes.
Where are you from originally?
My parents from Morocco.
Oh, okay. So, okay, Moroccan are not Arab. I didn't speak Arabic. So the Quran says...
Yes, they do.
No,
they do speak
the Arabic you speak today is not Arabic. Come on.
It's a dialect.
Yeah, come on.
You know.
But and Moroccan are not Arab. Moroccan are, they are not to do the Arab. The Arabic
yes,
you buy.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So now the Quran confirm, and you are the one who said I accept only Quran, that we never send a book except in the tongue of the people and in the language of the people, and the prophet have to be from the people. So how Muhammad is a prophet for someone from Indonesia?
Can you show me this verse, please?
Chapter 14, verse number 4. It's on the screen.
Chapter 14, okay. I will look at it.
And even the Quran make it clear in order they might understand.
Yes, because obviously God cannot send every language to, he has to choose one language.
No,
so that the people
it says the
can
opposite.
understand.
No, my friend. It says the opposite. It says Allah will not send the messenger, and He did not send a messenger except to teach in the tongue and the language of the people, and you have to be from the people. So you're saying the opposite now. So in India, there's at least 400 languages. So in order for Allah to send Islam to Indian, He have to send 400 messengers, and each one of them have a book in their language. Just for India alone.
Yes, that's a good point. Yeah, for okay. But in the verse it says that He might make plain. For me, the Quran is plain. I understand it.
No. It says they might understand. So they might understand. So Allah, what confirmed for us, my friend, here, that Allah sent not. Does it say we sent not?
It says messenger.
Okay, we sent
prophet
not.
Was a messenger and a prophet.
It doesn't matter. No, he's a messenger. Messenger.
No, I distinguish.
You see, this is funny when the Muslims they say messenger and the prophet, because a message from who?
It's from everyone can be a messenger. Okay. I can be a messenger. You can be a messenger.
Everyone can be a messenger. But isn't it all the message coming from God is unknown?
Look, the message. Look.
Is it known or unknown? So if God now give me a message, and now that make me a messenger, okay. If I then say to you the message, do you know the message of Allah without me? No. I have to say to you what He told me. So a messenger is a prophet of Allah, because he go to you, he prophesied to you, he says to you, I warn you, judgment day is coming. So he's prophesying about judgment day. So a messenger, he have to be a prophet prophesying in the name of God. It's not his prophecy. It is
no. A messenger is someone who has a message.
Okay, my friend, let us go with you. Okay, is Muhammad a messenger or not?
He is.
Okay, the verse says we send not a messenger, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Muhammad is included.
Muhammad is included, yes.
Okay, so we send not a messenger, including Muhammad, except to teach in the language of his own people in order to make it clear for them.
Yes.
So he have to be from the people, and the book have to be in their language. So the Quran cannot be.
No, not the book, It doesn't say the book.
It says.
It says a messenger in their tongue. It does not say a book in their tongue.
Okay. What the message in which tongue?
A messenger, it says.
Okay, the message in which tongue?
It can be every tongue.
No, it says in the tongue of his own, in the tongue of his people.
This verse it says every people.
Okay, when Muhammad was teaching, did he teach Quran, or he was not using Quran?
Look, just let me explain.
Is the Quran is part of the teaching of Muhammad?
No, it's teaching of God.
Okay, and who is the one who gave you the Quran?
Jibril, the angel.
And Jibril gave it to who?
He gave it to a man called Muhammad.
Okay, and Muhammad gave it to you, correct?
No, he don't. I never saw Muhammad give it to me. No, he's dead 400 years ago.
Okay, but didn't he give to grandfather and then gave him to you?
No. He had the message he shared with the people around him, and the people were Arabs.
So Muhammad he shared the message with the people. What the message is? It was the Quran.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what the verse is saying. Muhammad, he is a messenger, and one of many messengers we send, but none of them we send except in the tongue of his own people to make it clear for them. So Muhammad, he cannot be a messenger for someone from Morocco. Because
he cannot be a messenger for. No, yes, true. But he can be a prophet for someone else.
No, he cannot be a messenger. If you can't be a messenger, you can't be a prophet anyway. So you cannot.
No, that's not true.
Because
that's not what I believe.
No, because you cannot be a prophet without delivering a message.
No, you can be a prophet.
Can you be a prophet without delivering a message from God?
No.
You cannot.
Okay, but just look, Muhammad, he had a message, so he shared the message with his people.
Okay.
His people was of the same tongue, Arabic. But their people, so whoever received the Quran, he shared it elsewhere with other people in their tongue. So it continued. So it has not to be Arabic.
Who said that?
But the verse does not say it has to be Arabic.
No, it says, here we go.
It says the messenger has to be in their tongue,
no,
not
okay.
the message.
We will show you different verses, no problem. The Quran confirms it have to be Arabic, and it is for the Arab.
Look, it's very simple. Muhammad, he sends the message
My friend,
in Arabic.
it's very simple. You don't know. You know what we're talking about. It says, "Inna anzalnahu Qur'anan Arabiyyan la'allakum taqilun." Okay.
Yes. So
okay.
you have to learn Arabic.
We send it to you. No, we send it to you in Arabic, so you might understand. Okay. So now, the
because
Quran,
Arabic is a coherent language. It's a logical language. It's not like any other language who has a lot of like inconsistencies.
The Quran, the Arabic does not have inconsistency. Okay. Well, the name of your God is wrong. The word bism in the Quran is full of Arabic mistakes. But let us go here. Yes. It says a book where 4 verses are explained in details in Arabic. Does it say that?
Yes.
Okay. Is the Quran explained?
Yes.
Okay. Explain to me chapter 65 verse 4.
65 verse 5.
Verse 4. The one I gave it to you first time.
Okay, wait. Verse 4, okay, At-Talaq. So, verse 4, and for such women of despair of menstruation, if you doubt, their waiting period shall be 3 months. As well as for those who have not menstruated, and for those who are bearing, their waiting period shall be till they lay down their burden. Wonderful. And whoso is prudent, fear of God, he makes for him of his command ease.
Wonderful. So the Quran confirmed in chapter 41 verse number 3 that the Quran is self-explained book. Wonderful. Now I gave you a chapter 65 verse 4. It says women who they never have, or like females who they never have.
No, it does not say never have. It says, and for such of a woman of despair of menstruation. So these are women.
No, read before it. Read before it.
Sir.
And those who did not have menstruation ever. Those who never had menstruation.
Yes.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean they are a child. That doesn't mean that. There's a lot of women who did not have menstruation, but they're still in their 20s and they have a medical problem. Don't you know that?
Okay, but those are rare.
What?
Those are rare.
What?
Rare. Very rare. Yeah, rare. Like very few. They have such issue. Usually women.
But it exists, and so God has to mention it.
Okay. But did Muhammad marry a child? She is 6 years old?
No, he did not.
Why not? Where you get this from?
Because the Quran says you can only marry with women. And woman is mature age.
Okay.
It says in the Quran.
Listen. So why all the scholars agree that those are too young to have menstruation? You see, I showed you Ibn Abbas, the cousin of the Prophet. I can show any scholars, all of them, they agree that those are too young to have menstruation. And now we are talking about divorcing them. So why the scholars of Islam, they say this is about 2 young girls, and you are saying no? How come they are wrong?
Why would you listen to the scholars of Islam? Why would you?
Why I will listen to you? Are you a scholar?
Don't listen to me. Just read it for yourself, and
okay, we did read it. Okay, we did read it. It says women who did not have their menstruation, female who never had their menstruation. Okay, so you said those are women who have, they have like illness, so they did not have menstruation. Do you have a proof?
Look, the verse says despair of menstruation, so that means this woman never.
It says speak about different two kind. Those who they are lost hope of menstruation, because obviously they are old, and then it says you have to wait for them. By the way, why you have to wait for them 3 months?
3 months. I don't know.
No,
look,
3 months. 3 months to confirm that they are not carrying a child in their womb, correct?
Yes.
But what kind of God you think that it takes 3 months to know?
Maybe. Wait. Well, I don't know why it's 3 months.
Because it's wrong.
I don't know.
Because it's wrong. You do not need to wait 3 months to know.
Why is it wrong? But
yeah,
who do you?
The woman, she have her period. That's it. That means she is not carrying a child. That's it. You don't need to wait 3 months. 1 month, 2 months. That's it. 3 months. This guy, Muhammad, is stuck with number 3. So the verse here is speaking about having sex with the children and divorcing children. And the hadith confirmed that your prophet married 6-year-old girl.
No,
and this is
I
evil.
don't. This is your interpretation. This is
It's
your
not-
reading of
This
it.
is not my interpretation. No, this is
Yes,
your interpretation.
yes,
See, this is Ibn
yes,
Abbas.
yes.
This is Ibn Abbas, my friend.
Yes.
This is Ibn
But-
Abbas, and this is he is the cousin of Muhammad, and he is the one saying there's women because of their old age they don't have menstruation, and there's girls who they are too young. That's why they don't have menstruation. And now we are talking about what, divorcing them. So you marry them when they were 1 day old, because now divorcing them, we're talking about divorcing them, and yet even in the time of divorce still they don't have menstruation.
Look, I don't agree with the interpretation of Ibn Abbas. I don't agree with it.
Okay, let us forget about this. Can you give me something in the Quran will make me Muslim?
So something in the Quran that
Make me Muslim. Like, let us say you saw me in Belgium and you are a Moroccan person, you want to convert me to Islam. How you can convert me to Islam? Help me. What you will say to me? Do you promise me virgin, like I will have a lot of sex in heaven?
no.
Why no? Why no?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat?
If I met you in Belgium and I am a Christian and you want to convert me, are you going to come to me and say...
I don't want to convert.
No problem. We are just have a conversation, my friend. No problem. So, are you going to promise me women with big boobs to convert to Islam?
I'm going to promise you eternal peace.
Why you will not promise me boobs?
But
Why you don't
the
promise
eternal-
me? Why you don't promise me? Why you don't say to me, convert to Islam and get women with big boobs? Why? What's wrong?
that's not wrong. I can say that. Okay.
Okay.
You can.
So, did your God promise you women with big boobs if you convert to Islam?
Yes.
Is that good?
Is there anything wrong with women?
No, nothing wrong with the women, but there's
So why?
something-
Why?
but there's,
Okay. What's your point?
Actually, where it says there's women, do you see the word women in the verse? It says kawaibun atrab. There's no women. It says big boobs. There's no women.
Obviously.
What is the women? Where is the word
What
women?
verse you talking about? Surah Rahman or what?
Chapter of An-Naba, chapter 78, verse number 33.
78.
In the translation, they put the word women, but in Arabic, there's no women. So now, why does God, he promised me, if I believe in him, he will give me big boobs? What is the connection between Allah?
Let me read the verse first.
Yeah.
78 you said, huh?
Yeah. Verse number 33.
33. Okay. Well-matched maidens with swelling breasts.
Their breast is swelling?
I don't know what swelling means.
Swelling is mean like you hit something with the hammer, or like you close the door of the van on your finger, it will swell. You know, it will become big. So their breast is swelling?
It says
What translation you are reading?
it's not very known.
Well, okay, give me the name. Maybe I can find it here.
His name is Sam Gerrans.
I don't know who's this guy. Okay,
I
so
don't know.
swelling the breast. Allah will give you women with swelling breast. Why? What is the connection between Allah and breast? Believing in Allah and breast.
Because in life, what do men like?
Oh, what man like? You tell me. What man like? Big breast?
What do you like? What do you like?
I like women to leave me alone. I don't want to go to heaven and find women there. I'm running away from them. So now you are saying to me that what make you believe in Allah is big boobs?
No, I'm saying what makes me believe in Allah is that in this life you have tests. You have to overcome these things. You have to overcome
what? Your God, Allah, actually is making you more...
Overcome the shaitan, obviously. The Satan.
Well, shaitan is the one who tempt you, right?
He what?
Shaitan is the one who tempt you, correct?
He thanks me.
Tempt. He tempt you.
Tempt, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
but
yes,
but
he's
is
the one
it
tempt,
but
yeah.
isn't it Allah now? He is tempting you by big boobs.
No, he's promising. He's not tempting.
But this is okay. Shaitan, he promised me too. Shaitan, he promised me if I follow him.
The shaitan, he promises and he tempts. Yes.
Okay, Allah, he is promising you because he did not give you the big boobs yet. Did you have them?
No.
Okay, so he is promising you. It's for the future. In the same time, it's temptation because you said this is what men like. correct?
No, because that's not temptation. Because I will have to trust and to wait a long time before the
no problem, but
recompense.
still is the so now you are patiently waiting in front of the door of Allah. So one day He will open and the boobs will come in your face, like boing, 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 boing. They hit your face, and like the party time. That's what you are saying to me. Patient, you are patient now, waiting for the boobs. Are you waiting for Allah or for the boobs?
For Allah.
Okay. So what's the connection between Allah and the boobs?
The connection is that Allah, He created Adam, and He created from Adam his partner.
Okay.
And so that you can have tranquility.
Well, he should have promised you. He should have promised you then the same as He promised Adam. Eve, a woman, you love her, and she love you. That's it. But He is not promising you Eve. He promised you women you do not know. And He is promising you that, look what He described for you. He says that their vagina has never been touched by a genie or a human. I don't want to use the bad language because the Quran uses bad language.
Why is that?
Because the Quran uses bad language.
No.
Oh, let me show you. Here we go. Why Allah describing for me what is inside the vagina? So now we knew that they have big boobs. And now He is describing what is inside the vagina.
Where do we find that?
We're all over the Quran, my friend. Here we go. Let us show you. You can read with me in the screen and people will see. Read with me.
Voluptuous women of equal age.
Chapter 55, verse number 56. Wherein both will be those median, restraining in their gallants upon their husbands, whom no man or jinn yatmuthahun. Between two brackets, He opened their hymens with sexual intercourse. So Allah is telling you, He is telling you what is inside the vagina now. He described what is inside the vagina. Why He's doing that? Why He don't say virgin? Why He described what is inside the vagina?
Wait. Restraining the hands of the husbands. He does not describe what is in it.
No, He described because He told us that the skin is inside the vagina is never been broken. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So they did not bleed. Okay. So Allah He described for us not the women. He described for us their vagina.
The state of the women.
Oh, no, the state of the vagina, not of the women.
But it is part of the woman.
Okay. Do you see the women there? Do you see the word women?
It says those, but it's referencing the woman.
Okay, referring to women, but it's speaking about their vagina. Okay, so now Allah, all what He did, He described for us big boobs and described for us a vagina. What is the women?
So you said all the Quran talks about just this.
Well, you tell me, okay, well, do you see anything else? Look, read with me. It says here that Allah, you are going to have a coat or a dress made in Iran. But Iran, at that time, they were, Persian kuffar. So, istabraq, you will wear a green silk made in Iran. And then right away He jump about the vagina. What is the connection?
I have not studied this.
Read with me. It says here that in the heaven He promised you, every Muslim he will have two paradise. Two paradise. Why two paradise? What you would do with two paradise?
You prefer to have two gardens instead of one.
You have two paradise. Why two?
Because two is better than one.
Okay. Why about? But then that's mean three better than two.
Yes, but maybe it symbolizes something else. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, in the hadith it says one is made from silver and one is made from gold.
But I said to you, I don't accept the hadith.
Exactly, but you just said, you are the one who says you do not need the hadith, you need the Quran, you can explain. And now you are saying to me, you can explain.
But I have, look.
So you will have to have no problem, just let it go. And then right away, your God, he jump. And he says, there's branches in the heaven. Well, I have branches in my yard. And then,
look,
okay, and there is two spring of water flowing. There's two spring. What does that mean? So who care? And then there's from every kind of a fruit, two kind, male and female. That's what's funny and stupid. And then he says, and then he will be sitting on a couch or in a bed, and those beds are covered, the fabric of it made in Iran. What does that mean?
That's the recompense.
Okay.
What's the problem?
And then right away he jumped that there is vaginas who nobody touched them.
Yes.
Okay. And how the vagina look like?
So, I'm sorry?
How the vaginas look like? Do they look like rubies?
Look, the Quran just says if you behave.
My friend, the vagina, forget about this. I'm asking you now. Does the Quran describe the vagina how they look like? That they look like rubies and coral?
Yes.
Okay. Why you need a vagina look like ruby and coral?
I'm sorry, why? Why what?
You know, a vagina look like ruby. I mean, what does that mean?
Because it's precious.
Okay, so now all the women is made of ruby and her vagina is made of ruby and she is made from coral. Is she made from coral or like coral?
It's whatever you want. You are in the paradise, you decide what you want.
Oh, you can redesign it. I feel, okay, whatever you want. That's wonderful. Okay, so now, why does God is making us talking about food, dress?
It says they are not rubies. They are like.
Okay,
rubies,
they are like. Are you saying Allah is lying? Are you saying lying? They are like
it's
rubies.
Like you say. It's like you say. My son is like something very like a core ruby. It's like your son is precious. It just mean that.
Okay, they are like rubies. But is ruby?
Yes.
How women they can be like?
It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor.
Exactly, it's a metaphor. But he's describing us. Is the women metaphor or they are real?
The women what?
Are they metaphor? The women or real?
They are real.
Okay, so what is the metaphor of a vagina which look like ruby?
It means that it is like a ruby. It's precious.
It's a precious vagina?
Yes.
Wonderful. You know, I'm converting, by the way, because now we heard that there's a God. He will give us women, they are like rubies and their vagina look like rubies. And this is my dream. You know, I was afraid that women vagina, they are not like rubies or coral, but now Allah, He convinced me, yeah. So this is what will make me become a Muslim? Okay,
no.
What if I don't become a Muslim? What Allah will do to me?
But you don't even know what Muslim means. What does Muslim mean?
You tell me. Go ahead.
Muslim means someone who submits.
Where it says that? Where you learn this?
It says min al-Muslimin. It says that what Muslim. It comes from the root word salam. Islam. It means submission.
No, my friend. Salam is the opposite. Salam mean, you know, peace. Islam mean to surrender.
Yes.
Okay, so it's
to surrender to God.
Exactly.
Don't you want to surrender to God?
So you surrender in war. You don't surrender in peace. So you surrender. You don't. You see, the Muslims, they lie to us, or maybe by mistake, or maybe because of their ignorance. They say that the word Islam mean submission, but the Quran confirmed that the word Islam mean to surrender. Like as an example, in chapter 48, verse number 11, and chapter 48, verse number 16, confirm to us that either you surrender to Allah or we will kill you. Right? No. Okay, here we go. Let us go to chapter 48. Open the Quran with you from your side.
48 outside?
Yeah.
What verse? Sorry.
16.
16.
Yeah. Say to the wandering Arab, who they left behind, those who don't want to join Islam, you will be called against folk of might powers to fight them until they surrender. This is the word Islam. Translation of the word Islam, Muslimun. So you fight and then they surrender. Then those people, they surrender to Islam. What happened to them? Do you remember what happened to them?
They will get fight.
No. Those who surrender to Islam, they became Muslim, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is the one who is a Muslim is a believer or not a believer?
He's a believer.
The Quran says no. The Quran
wait. No.
The Quran
someone who submits, he can submit to anything. He doesn't have to be a believer.
No. Somebody he surrendered to Allah. Is he a believer or not?
Not necessarily.
So how you submit to Allah or you surrender to Allah and you are not a believer? How that happen?
Belief is expressed by saying I believe in God.
Okay.
It's simple.
So if the Arab they say I believe in Allah, is that making a believer or not?
Yes.
Okay, the Quran didn't agree with you. In chapter 49, verse number 14 says, the wandering Arab, the Bedouin, they say we believe. They believe what? In Islam. They said that to Muhammad. We said the Shahada. Muhammad said to them, you believe not, but rather you say we are Muslims. So we surrender. So Muhammad saying to them, don't say we believe, say we surrender.
What verse is that?
Chapter 49, verse number 14. So the Quran confirmed that Muslims are forced to convert to Islam, and Muhammad is saying to them, Allah told me to tell you that you cannot lie to him. You are a bunch of liars. You convert to Islam because I was going to kill you. So don't say say we believe, say we are Muslims. So in Islam, Allah teaches us that you can be a Muslim and you don't believe.
That's okay. That's true.
But that's mean Islam is from the devil, because
no. Look,
how no? Allah is forcing you to be a hypocrite. Allah is forcing you. Allah is forcing you to say
either you submit to God or you submit to the Satan.
They submit to God. They submit already, but they don't believe because Muhammad he forced them by the sword. So look what happened. Allah is saying to them, not Muhammad. You say we believe. Don't say we believe. Say we are Muslims. So the Quran teaches that a Muslim is someone who don't believe. A Muslim is someone who say I'm a Muslim. Do you see it? Believing is not required in Islam.
It is required.
Read the verse in front of you. You say you believe, but you believe not. Rather say. So Allah advising them what to say. Say we surrender. We are Muslims.
No, the Arabs, they say we believe.
Okay, exactly.
But Allah, God knows in their hearts that they have not believed.
Exactly. So what Allah said to them, don't say that. Don't say we believe. Say we are Muslims. So Allah is correcting them, saying, don't say we believe. Say we are Muslims.
Yes, because they have not. Faith has not entered their heart.
Exactly. So a Muslim is somebody his faith did not enter his heart.
Yeah, you got me. But
how in the world this is religion? So this God is teaching us to be hypocrite. He don't care if we believe or not. He's just saying, say we Muslim, but we don't believe in you. Just say we are Muslim. Don't care. Yeah, you just said that. You agreed with me. You just said you got me. You believe not, but rather say. He is teaching them what to say. Don't say we believe. You don't believe. Believe did not enter your heart. But you should say we are Muslims.
Yes, because you either submit to the true authority or to the false authority.
My friend, they did. Allah telling them what to say now. They did already. They are not Shahada. So they say we believe. He said, no, don't say we believe. We don't believe. Say we are Muslims.
No, it doesn't say you are Muslim. Say
it says here we go. No. You see, you are reading translation, my friend. Let me read for you in Arabic. I'm sure if you do not know Arabic, you speak a little bit Arabic, right? Okay. It says, here we go. Okay. قل لم تؤمنوا ولكن قولوا أسلمنا. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, أسلمنا.
أسلمنا. So say we are Muslims. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So he's saying to them, don't say you don't believe, huh? But you should say we are Muslims. So how in the world, what kind of religion says you are not a believer, but you should say we are Muslims? Jesus will not accept that. Jesus, he warned us from hypocrite. He said, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, God, God will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who will do his will. Muhammad saying the opposite. Muhammad saying, you can be.
But if you obey God and his messenger,
how you can obey God? Okay, hold on. So you are saying to me, you obey Muhammad, you are a Muslim, even if you don't believe in Muhammad. What kind of religion this religion is?
No. If you obey God and his messenger, the next verse you say the believers are but those who believe in God and his messenger.
No, it doesn't say that. He says,
yes,
no, he says you believe not. Here we read with me carefully. He says, and you believe not, and faith did not even enter heart. Yet,
no, I'm talking about
listen.
15,
He's talking.
The next verse.
He's talking to the same people. Yet, if you obey Allah and his messenger, you will not withhold from like from your deed. So Allah promising them, even if you don't believe in me, even your heart never have faith, you just obey Muhammad.
No, look. It's like, do you believe in your government?
They don't believe in the government. They just, a verse says...
But you submit to the government. You have to pay your taxes.
No,
but you don't believe in it.
No, listen. So you are saying to me your prophet is a government and the Muslim don't believe in this government.
I'm saying...
So that's mean Muhammad is a fraud. Muslims, those Muslims, they believe Muhammad is a fraud, is a scam. They refuse to believe in him. Muhammad, he said to them, Allah told me, as long you obey me, it's okay. The verse says that in front of you.
But obeying the messenger means obeying God.
No problem. But they don't believe in this God and they don't believe in this messenger. So they don't have to, guys. Did you hear it? They don't have to. So a good Muslim is the one who don't have to believe in Allah. He don't have to believe in that God, but he obey God. That's it. Okay, it's good. No problem.
Don't jump to conclusion too
You
fast,
are the one who said that. You said you don't have to.
But you have not let me speak. Always you.
No, you are talking from like now we are complaining. We are talking for the last hour, me and you, and we didn't change the way we talk, and now you are complaining because you're in the corner. So
in life, you either submit to the evil or to the good.
Okay, okay. So now those people, they did not submit to Allah. Did they submit to or not?
They did submit.
They did. Okay, but they don't believe in Allah, correct?
They don't have to.
Okay, so they did not submit then.
You can't know what
you see, submit, the word submit.
You can't know what he believes.
Submit is something you do willingly. Submit is I submit. Yes. Okay, but now you are saying to me, they don't believe, that's me, they did not submit. Muhammad, he forced them by the sword, says convert or I will kill you.
No, look, it's like today in the government. You either submit to the government or you get in jail, but you don't necessarily believe in the government.
Okay, you know, we covered this topic. Let me ask you, what is your education?
Programming.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
Did Allah program you?
Yes.
He programmed you?
Yes.
So you believe in destiny?
Yes.
Okay, so how you talk about belief if it's a destiny anyway? Allah destined for you to be a Muslim, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Allah destined for me to be a Christian, correct?
Maybe you'll not later.
No, Allah he destined for me to be a Christian, yes or no?
I don't know what your destiny is.
No. Allah is the one who destined for me wherever I am, correct or no?
Yes.
Okay, so how Islam exists then? If it's a destiny anyway, so you believe, you don't believe, it's not, you are not believing anyway, it's a destiny. Islam is the most stupid religion because...
No, it means you have your own choice.
What is the choice? Okay, what is the choice? You just said to me destiny.
No, in the Quran says you have the own choice.
Where it says? It says in the Quran everything.
In Surah Baqarah 254, I think, of 256.
Chapter 2?
Yes.
Verse 2 what?
It's after 255, I think.
The Quran 255.
Yes.
You are sure?
Of 256. Right.
Okay, let's see. Let's see where we will end. Okay, let's see. Here we go.
Yes, 256. No compulsion is there in religion, in doctrine. So if there is no compulsion, you are free to do what you want to do.
Where it says that?
256.
Where it says there's the compulsion in religion?
No compulsion in doctrine.
Okay, where it says that, what does that mean?
You have a free soul. You do whatever you want.
Okay, so chapter 9 verse 29 says, kill those who don't believe in Allah.
No. Chapter 2.
I understand. So how this is, it says this is abrogated. This Muhammad when he was weak. Muhammad when he had no army, he was speaking actually not only to he was speaking to the Christians. Listen, he was speaking to the Christians, the Jews. He was speaking to the Arab. Listen. He was speaking to the Arabs, saying to them, you cannot force your children not to convert to Islam. So he was not talking about not to force you to convert to Islam, because Muhammad himself, he ordered in the Quran, and you said you believe in the Quran, chapter 9, verse 29, kill those who don't believe in Allah, correct?
No, I say this verse is not abrogated.
No problem. If this is not abrogated, that's mean the contradiction in chapter.
No.
Okay, chapter 9, verse number 29. Can you read it for me?
Chapter 9.
Does it say, fight and kill those who don't believe in Allah and the last day, and they don't forbid what Muhammad forbid, specifically the Christian and the Jews?
Wait, I'm gonna read it. What verse?
Chapter 9, verse number 29.
29, okay. Okay.
Read it for us. Go ahead.
So, or you heed a warning. If you be in prudent fear of God, He will make for you a division, and remove from you your evil, and forgive you. And God is one possessing tremendous of bounty.
What are you reading?
No, it's chapter 8. Sorry. 29. You said.
Chapter 9, verse 29.
Yes. Fight those who believe not in God or the last day. And make not unlawful what God and His messenger have made unlawful, and adhere not to the doctrine of truth among those in possession of the law until they make reparation under supervision, when they are brought low.
You said there is no compulsion in Islam. He's fighting them because they don't believe in Allah. They don't believe in the last day. They don't believe what is forbidden by Muhammad.
In this context, it says fight when you are attacked.
Where
not
it says
in time
that?
of
Where
peace.
it says that? Where?
In the previous verses.
Where it says that? No. The previous
does
verse,
not.
the previous verse says Muhammad is a racist. Says anyone is not a Muslim, he is najis, he's filthy.
No, Muslim, it is not a race. You
Okay,
cannot
read
be
it. No, read
racist.
it. It says the verse before it says those who they are not Muslims are the pagan, the polytheist, adulterers, etc. Those are najis. You know what najis mean?
Unclean. In
Filthy.
certain contexts.
Filthy. So according to your religion, anyone is not Muslim is filthy. This is racist.
No.
No? So you think I'm a filthy now?
No, because save the idolaters with whom you made a pledge, they are not deficient towards you in anything, and help you not against you. Fulfill to them their pledge to its term. God loves those who
Don't mix things up. Don't mix things up. Am I filthy? Am I filthy or not for you? Am I filthy for you or not?
If you wage war against the truthful.
Where is war? It says here, fight those who don't believe in Allah. Do you see the word war?
Save the idolaters.
What idolaters? Hold on. It says fight against those who believe not in Allah.
Verse 4. Save the idolaters.
What verse 4?
Of the same chapter, At-Tawbah.
What does have to do? Actually, here Muhammad made an agreement with the Arab, and he's washing his hand from it. Actually, the real name of this chapter is Bara'a, not Tawbah. Bara'a, which means he signed an agreement with the Arab, and he washed his hand from the Arab. He says, all the agreement I signed with them, it's gone. Go kill them.
No, save the idolaters who made the pledge.
It says all the agreement we signed with them, it is gone. Go and kill for the coming 4 months.
Yes, fulfilled. Okay.
Secondly, your prophet, he did not have any agreement with the Christians. So why in chapter 9, verse number 29, saying kill the Christians? What the Christians did? The answer is very simple. In verse number 28 it says, because now he killed the Arab, he took over the Kaaba, and he forbid them from coming. He says, if you are afraid that you will be poor, you will suffer from poverty, don't worry. Attack the Christian and the Jews and take their money. Read it. Right away, the verse after it. If you are afraid, people of Mecca, if you are afraid, Arab, Muslims, if you are afraid that you will be poor now because we killed all the Jews,
You're talking about verse 30.
We killed all those who don't believe in me. You are afraid that you will fear poverty. Don't worry, Allah will give you His bounty. What is the bounty? Fight against the Christian and the Jews, kill them, and force them to pay jizya. So it was for money.
Yes, but what verse you're talking about? Verse 30.
Chapter 9, verse 29, verse number 28.
29, okay.
So he want to kill them for a very simple reason. Doesn't say there anywhere because they are fighting you. No. Fight, this is specific for the Christian and the Jews. Fight those against those who don't believe in Allah. Doesn't matter who.
Jizya. Jizya does not mean what you think it is.
What does it mean?
The verse, it says, until they make reparation under supervision when they are brought low.
Law.
That's my law.
Okay, does it say you have to bring them law?
Low.
Okay.
Means lower.
Law, like under your shoes.
Yes.
Okay, so jizya mean to humiliate the Christians, to put them under your shoes.
No, it means metaphorically that they
Not
have
metaphorically,
to be.
you are going in war and you are killing them just metaphorically now. You are taking their country, they are taking their money, you are taking their women, and now you are saying to me metaphorically, and it says you have to bring them low. And I say to you, it's mean put them under your shoes. You said yes. This metaphorically now?
Wait. Let me just process the verse.
Metaphorically. Anyway, my friend, take care. I'm here for long, and it's time. That's enough for today. So, you know, this is what happened. You know, this kid, he don't want to read interpretation. He don't want to read, because reading interpretation is going to make him look bad. So we did our best without going reading interpretation. It's obvious. I'm not going to hold you from being a fool. You want to be a fool, this is your business. But don't waste my time. Your prophet is an evil man. Extremely evil. From sex with the children to rape, stealing the money, flirting with the wife of his son. A very filthy man. And a liar. The Jews say Uzair the son of Allah. Where we can find that in the Bible? Where we can find that the Jews, they worship a person, his name is Uzair. Mental. He's looking for excuse to kill them. And the Christians, they say the Messiah, the son of Allah. So you kill them? Yes. And then he said to you, go to chapter 2, verse number 256, says, there's no conclusion in Islam. That is a joke. That is a verse Muhammad, he said the opposite way. You cannot force your children not to convert to Islam, not the opposite, because Muhammad said, go and kill them. And Muhammad, he made it clear. This is why he don't want the hadith. You see, when the Muslims, they say, I accept only the Quran, that's because they are ashamed of their prophet. It's a clear sign of being ashamed. Muhammad, he said, I've been victorious by terror. He's proud about it. The first terrorist is Muhammad, not ISIS. You see it? All of this is Sahih. He's a terrorist. If Muhammad exists right now, in our time, our Marines will be hunting his ass with no mercy. And they will send the dog like they did to the Caliphate to get him from his tail. This is Muhammad. He is the first terrorist. You see, they lie when they say ISIS are not Islam. When Muhammad is saying, I am the first terrorist. All those are authentic. Even he says that people did terrify because of my terror from a distance of 1 month journey. 1 month journey. Imagine how filthy he is. People are terrified when they hear that Muhammad is 1 month journey. Not anymore. Come to Muhammad. Not 1 month journey, 1 day journey. You'll see what we will do to you. Muhammad, he says, I've been ordered to kill all mankind. The Muslim Abdul, he's smart, he says, oh, it says to fight all mankind, not to kill. To fight, to kill them. I've been ordered to kill all mankind until they say I'm a prophet. All mankind. People who fought him, don't fought him, doesn't matter. That's why ISIS are going all over. And he put conditions. Not only you have to say Shahada, you have to pray. Not only you have to pray, you have to pay him. Not only you have to pay him, you have to eat as he eat. Not only you have to eat as he eat, you have even to say what he say. And then, and only then, their blood is safe from the filthy Muhammad. Criminal. And then you will see a stupid people like Joe Biden and others saying to you, the Prophet of Islam, he said this, quoting the filthy criminal. Nobody want to say the truth. These days, the more hypocrite you are, the more lovely you are. The second you quote what Muhammad said, you will say you are spreading hate. I'm quoting what Muhammad said, or you are spreading hate. So you agree that Muhammad is the prophet of hate, yes. But they don't dare to say it. I consider anyone who don't believe in the hadith and tafsir is out of Islam already. Actually, Muslims, they have fatwa about it, that somebody don't believe in the hadith, he is not a Muslim anymore. He is an apostate. And this is a very good thing, by the way. They feel ashamed of their prophet, so they want to delete the biography of their faithful prophet. And then they try to hide behind the book, it's called the Quran, so they can play with the meaning, but they cannot do that. The Quran is the most stupid book ever. When the Quran says sperm coming from the backbone, and the Muslim, they start saying, oh no, it doesn't say there, it says from the backbone, it says from the side of its. Actually, there's a Muslim, he posted there in one of the comment. Let me see which one. Yeah, I think I did not copy it. Very stupid religion. We can demolish Islam very easy. You believe in the Quran, you don't believe in the Quran, you believe in the Hadith or not, who care? We have tons of evidence that Muhammad is a fraud. All cult leaders, they share one thing. They want your money and they want your wife panty. All of them. And Muhammad is no exception. To the point even the Muslims are proud about the Prophet penis. I mean, look at this religion. They are forced into sexuality, and that supposedly will prove that Muhammad is a prophet. The Prophet used to do boom boom to his wives, and they go like in their speeches in their houses, speak about how powerful the Prophet was. He used to do boom to all his wives in one night, and then we find that Muhammad, he did not. Muhammad, he can't even have sex with one of his women. And the reason he was exaggerating in his lies about how many women he can sleep with, because simply he have a problem. So he speak about it thinking that he will cover the news about him, he cannot have sex. This is Muhammad exposed by his wife, the sexual Muhammad. The Prophet continued for such and such a period, imagining that he had boom boom, between two brackets, had sexual intercourse with his wives. In fact, he did not. Even this one have no witnesses. Even the sex of Muhammad, not only he saw an angel, nobody saw him. He received Quran, nobody saw him. The wife did not see him. The wife did not, she did not even hear the angel talking to him. There's no witnesses of anything. But even sex have no witnesses? Yes, there's no witnesses. Muhammad never had sex. And they excuse that Muhammad under black magic, we laugh. What black magic? A Jewish guy, he controlled the penis of the Prophet? I mean, aren't you ashamed even to say it? That somebody took some hair from the private part of Muhammad and he made magic over him? So his penis is not functioning? And what kind of God he could not protect his prophet from black magic? And why all those things happen to Muhammad only? The Muslims who they are insulting me in the chat, I would like you to give me an answer. Like Ibn Hayyan, why you don't call me Ibn Hayyan so we can laugh? Can you tell me how the Prophet was not protected by Allah and he was imagining things? When your Prophet, he was imagining himself having sex, and he was doing sex obviously, but with something else, not with the wives. Can you explain to us what happened? You can call me names, who cares? I'm nobody, I'm not a prophet. You can say whatever you want about me, who cares? I'm no one. I'm not a priest, I'm not a bishop, I'm not a prophet, I'm nobody. So you can say whatever you want about me, who cares? But you cannot defend your prophet. And this is your prophet wife saying that your prophet is crazy. This is a proof to us that Muhammad is suffering from mental illness. How we can trust Muhammad that he saw an angel if this guy is imagining things? What is the proof that Muhammad, when he saw an angel, it was a goat, not an angel? Huh? And actually, everything Muhammad he say prove that he's mental illness person. Like, here we go, he's teaching you about farting. If you pray and you fart, don't leave the prayer until you hear it and smell it. So until everybody is screwed around you? Is that the teaching of God? The farting prophet, he's expert. When you say Allahu Akbar, shaitan start farting, here we go. Once the prophet was bewitched, the bewitched prophet, you agree that your prophet was a bewitched prophet? So how we will follow a man he is bewitched? Any Muslim can tell me? You come to me and you are a Muslim and you show me that you follow a prophet he was bewitched. And then you say to me, so he began to imagine that he had done a thing, in fact, he did not do. For how long? Refute Fulham theist video on Aisha age. If you have guts, my friend, I do not need to. Here we go. I can refute him in 2 seconds. Here we go. This is your stupid book. Refute, guys. Refute. Can you refute Aisha age? Yeah. You're trying to say your name here so you can be famous. This is the same guy who make a video. Come in here because nobody go to see his video. Yeah. I do not need to refute him. Aisha, she will give him a finger. In his nose for sure. Is that Aisha saying that I was 6 years old? So how you can refute that, stupid idiot? I do not need to refute anyone. Because when you make a video saying, no, that's not true, you are saying Aisha is a liar. Refute if you have guts. Look who's talking about guts. Do your prophet have a guts? Do I need to refute that Aisha was 6 years old? I do not. No, Aisha saying that. Is Aisha a liar? Refute if you have guts. Aisha saying that. Refute if you have guts. Stupid. Mental illness. It's not me who said that. It's your prophet wife. Refute if you can. Idiot. It's not me who's saying that. Aisha said that. I challenge you, refute that. Stupid idiot. It's not me who's saying that. It is Aisha saying that. And it's all over your books. It's Sahih. Look how Sahih it is. Sahih. Sahih. Refute if you can do that. Stupid. Refute. Idiot. You're not going to refute me. You have to refute Aisha. And look like the one who slept with Muhammad himself. She do not know her age. A guy who come of 1,400 years after, he will refute Aisha. He will correct her. Aisha is stupid. You did not have sex with the Prophet at the age. Come here, Aisha. Come here. No, here. Sit in my... Yeah, here. Okay. Aisha, listen. I want you to go and change the hadith. Okay? Because the Prophet did not have intersexual intercourse with you at that age. Okay. Now Aisha, she's going to come and she will go. The Prophet, he married me when I was 6 years old and he consummated the marriage when I was 9. I told you, don't change it. You want to refute me, idiot? Stupid people. And suppose he's excited. Refute. Turkey. You're like Erdogan. Big mouth, but his country is bankrupt. He speaks too much, he makes too much noise, so the European Union, they give him money. Because his country is dying. He make too much problems, so they give him, come on, I will give you $500 million, okay? Just sit down, don't make problems. Make noise. But your fart will never become a cloud. Trust me. The follower of the Prophet of farting. The only one who made a connection between farting and his God is Muhammad. And look how much respect he have. That when you pray to Allah, Shaitan, he start farting. Knowledge, special knowledge. Muhammad, he went to the college and he took a course in farting. Long course, big course. He read like thousands of books. If you go and search in the books of hadith about the word farting, you will go crazy. This prophet, he have a specialty, farting. Abu Hurairah reported, the messenger of Allah saying, when Satan, he heard the call to the prayer, he turned his back and break wind. Like what? Look at this guy. Stop bringing things out of context. I did? Out of context? She said she is 6 years old. I bring things out of context? Poor guy trying to promote his channel. Nobody's going there. If you want really Muslim to subscribe to your channel, just put somebody dancers. You will see your review will go crazy. How the Prophet, he noticed that when Shaitan, he heard the prayer, he fought. And why Shaitan he fought? And how he can fart? And how come we cannot hear it? And how come we don't sweat it or smell it? Very strong in knowledge. You know, the Prophet, he knows a lot. Nobody can beat the Prophet of farting with his farting knowledge. If you go right now and search in YouTube about what to do if you fart in the mosque, you will find thousands of videos. You know, the Shia al-Khomeini, he said to the Sunni, you have an extreme huge library if what is under the belt and down, which means sex and farting, and you know, supposedly the Shia is better. Do you remember the guy who was teaching the Muslims about farting, about what Shaitan he do to you when you go to the bathroom? How the Prophet he knew those things unless he is true prophet? And the funny, the Muslim, they have tons of videos about science in the Quran. Science. A true story. The Quran is full of science. I mean, we have to agree.
Hadith of Tirmidhi says, yeah, when you give the adhan, the shaitan, he not only runs, but the hadith says, lahu durat. You know what durat is? Durat is...
That's too much knowledge, my friend.
He runs, and as he's running, yeah, his fart comes out. Lahu durat. I'm not making this the hadith. And listen to the hadith.
The Muslims are laughing. He's saying to don't laugh. This is what the Prophet said. The hadith says so. The hadith is not me. Because they are laughing. So he's saying to them, the fool is not me, the fool is your Prophet. The hadith says so.
You first, you know what the deen is about. The deen is about getting the shaitan away from you. So you know, you go into the toilet, you know, Bismillahi Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal khaba'is. So Allah protect me from these devils. You go in there with your left foot. The left foot you went in, you get a reward for that.
Hold on, you cannot go with the right foot, brother. Muhammad says so. Hold on, there's risk. Don't ever go with the right foot. You have to go with the left foot, brother. Why? Because if you go with the right foot, shaitan, he will play with your anus. Knowledge of Allah, the Prophet said so.
You're in the toilet, shaitan can't see you anymore. That's in a hadith.
That's it. You say you go with the left foot and you say the prayer, you are invisible. I used that once in the bank robbery. I went in the bank with my left foot. I said the prayer, Muhammad, he says, the police and the security did not see me. I took all the money in the bank, brother, and I left. I became invisible. So you enter the bathroom with the left foot and you say the prayer, brother, and you became invisible. That's true story.
Right? If you don't say the dua, what happens is...
What will happen? Oh, don't do that. You don't say the dua, you don't say the prayer. What will happen? Look at this.
The shaitan not only comes inside, but the hadith of Tirmidhi says he plays with your bowels.
Oh boy. Now look what happened to you, you idiot, because you did not say the prayer. Shaitan now is inside your ass. May Allah ask you. See what you did to yourself. You are in the bathroom now and you are trying to solve your problem, to get it out, and you are pushing it down, excuse my language, and shaitan is blocking it. Stupid. Why you don't follow the teaching of Allah?
Plays with your bowels. He plays with your bowels. So you're inside there, you're thinking you're going to be out there in 5 minutes. He's taking you 20 minutes and you're still not halfway there. You know why? Because shaitan is going, ooh, la la.
See? True story, brother. The Prophet says so. The Prophet says so. I mean, this is why they are ashamed of the hadith. You see what? Trying to get rid of it. But in their schools, in their universities, in their mosques, they teach it. But in front of us, they deny it. Because they knew it's shameful, it's stupid. So they try to hide the stupid Prophet teaching by denying what their Prophet said. Dr. farting. So now because you did not say the prayer, shaitan is blocking your anus? All the Christians, they go in the bathroom and they have no problem. Oh brother, shaitan, he target only Muslims. Look at this religion, conspiracy even against their anus. Muslim, he see conspiracy wherever he go. If you eat pork, there's conspiracy against him. If you listen to music, conspiracy against Islam, brother. You go inside the bathroom, shaitan playing with his anus. He have sex with his wife, he have to say a prayer, otherwise shaitan, he will wrap himself around the penis of the Muslim. This is the religion of conspiracy of a stupid man, his name is Muhammad. And now, as long as I left you with something nice, it's farting, so I hope you guys have a good time. Already we are here for 3 hours something, 3 hours 33 minutes. So you see how short the video is. I said to myself, let me go for 15 minutes. 15 minutes or 3 hours 33 minutes. All right, that's a very short video anyway. So I want to say, guys, thank you very much for being here. And I really appreciate all of you. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to download the videos with those, because we don't keep them for long, as you know. So don't forget to download the videos, share them with your friends. You can cut them pieces, like those who called me today. You can, cut the video, make it only their call if you want. Whatever topic you want, you can do editing for the video. Just be honest and don't play with it. And add subtitle, translate your language, whatever you want. Let the whole world see what Islam is about. Islam is made by a stupid man, and he have nothing good except stupidity, unless stupidity is good for you. Sometimes stupidity is good. Sometimes honestly, I wish I'm like stupid. Stupid, you put your head, you sleep right away. Life for you is just to eat, whatever. I mean, life is very simple, and you just live like nothing. Nothing to think about. Stupidity sometimes is comfort. And maybe this is why they are staying in this religion. Because stupidity brings comfort. Thinking will bring headache. It's too much. It's harmful to a brain never been used. How you can make a brain work again after years of rust? It's not easy. But my friend, we are here with the help of the Lord, and He will take your rust away. All those Muslims we speak to them today, including the idiot one, we hate none of you. We are here to help you. We are not against you. We are against stupidity. None of us is against the Muslims. We are against Islam because Islam is a stupid religion, dangerous religion. Islam is anti-human, anti-security, anti-health. I mean, imagine a religion promotes drinking piss of the camel. Suddenly, drinking wine is a sin and drinking piss is a blessing from Allah. Everything is awkward in this cult. So, until I see you again, I say, may the Lord bless you. Pray for the Muslim to see the truth, and the truth will set them free. Don't hate them, help them, and this is what we do. We fight against the terrorists, yes. We are peaceful with people of peace, yes. We love to save Muslims, yes. But that does not mean giving hugs. That's mean to have a person saying the truth as it is, not by compromising and being hypocrite. Today, sadly, many Christians, they think that a good Christian is somebody he is hypocrite. Somebody he say Islam is good, just to preserve peace, supposedly. That will not make peace happen, my friend. You are just putting dust over your own eyes. Islam is evil, no matter what you say. Saying it is peace will not change the fact that you are an idiot and Islam is not peace. Never be politically correct. It's an illness, it's a sickness. Not me for sure. Thank you. May the Lord bless you. Until we see you soon again. Christ is Lord. Islam is false. And we prove it every day. Take care.